Yeah.
We're here.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, and welcome to Threeflings, the only show on Twitch with three tieflings every Friday. Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the UNCAGED Anthology. So if this is your first episode or your 50th, welcome and congrats. You are all caught up. Tonight, we are playing A Family Reunion by me from UNCAGED, Volume 1, The Original Girl, with the Medusa on the cover.
Oh,
and
yeah.
let's meet our Tief, starting by welcoming back Vittori is your Tief, but whatever. Let's start by welcoming back Draz. Jesus Christ.
Hello, I'm Draz, also known as Allison. I'm Drazia down in the chat. I am playing Vittori, the ranger, who likes to shoot crossbows and has magic. Unlike someone.
And speaking of someone, Gwen, tell us about your Tief.
I'm playing Idara, our resident fighty-bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble with her warg puppy Crouton. She's also Vittori's cousin, so this is a bit of a sore subject in the family. She's the only one who didn't get magic, and she's fine. It's fine.
It's a family reunion for you and for the characters you'll meet.
Hey!
And Zan, tell us about your Tief.
Well, my Tief is the only one in this group that is not cousins at the moment.
But that might change.
You can always get cousins later.
I guess
this
I
episode, we
could possibly
discovered-
get suddenly adopted. Anyway. I play Shy, the knowledge cleric of the Brighthorns, who will throw the book at you if you annoy her.
Yay. Tonight we have some content warnings. Even though Ophelia is not here, the adventure will feature snakes. So if snakes are not your thing, feel free to duck out. We will be having snakes for the next couple episodes, though. So we're going to try and put those ahead of time in the Twitter, but just know that snakes are going to be a thing for the foreseeable future. And with that, who would like to give us a previously on Threeflings? You played Shadows and Talons by Melanie Black. You met fairy dragons.
That's right.
Right. There was a town that was like, help us with our harpy problem. They're attacking a village and stuff. They mauled a ranger out of nowhere and then are now just attacking our town. And we're like, well, seems sus based on the harpies we've met, but sure, we'll check it out. And we did. And it turned out the harpies were chill and the townspeople, the guy in charge of the church in town was staging harpy attacks for a reason.
He actually
religious reason, I believe.
Yeah, he actually modified the mind of the person who supposedly was attacked, and it was because they were protecting their god's reputation.
Right. Their god, turned a woman into a harpy, but the on the record reason for that was because she was bad for some reason, and the off the record reason was that she didn't want to do bard performing for him.
Well, okay, it was because she didn't want to do bard performing for free, and the on the record reason was that she was pining for him, and when she realized that she couldn't get him, she just turned into a harpy for some reason, and it was a curse. And
right.
It's just I'm thinking about that just doesn't make any sense.
And the guy was like, we have to stage these harpy attacks. It's part of protecting our secret of the part where our deity's not actually super cool. And we were like, you can pick a different deity, And he was like, that doesn't make any sense. So we just brought the harpies to the town and we're like, hey, these people are cool. And the rest of the town was like, yeah, they seem great. And so everyone got along and
and the church skedaddled to somewhere else.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah. That is totally worth a point of inspiration whenever you need it.
All right.
It's enough.
An attempt was made.
And any of you can give the Tiefs nat 20 or nat 1, or give one of those to me with channel points down at the bottom, whenever you would like. You also got a letter last time inviting you to Queen Melusine's palace for a retrieval job. And that's where you were off to. Let's say, how do you meet up with Vittori? Did you tell Vittori about the letter?
She also got a letter or something like that, and she's just like, hi. I feel like they should have expected this.
Yeah, I feel like Adara probably would have planned to send word ahead, being like, hey, we're needed for some sort of retrieval job, and like, Ophelia's out. And I don't know, I just seem to run into like, it seems like teams of 3 are appropriate for most of the jobs that I've been doing recently, so like, hey cuz, you want in?
Yeah. So I love how like the Threefs are now like aware of this stuff they've cottoned on.
Look, at some point after 56 episodes, like, it would be embarrassing if we didn't have that level of pattern recognition.
That's very true. Yeah. And when you do see, meet up with Vittori, you see that she now has a direwolf puppy with her, named Toast.
More pets!
How do Toast, Crouton, and Dante all react to each other?
Dante is in Shy's hood and is probably looking at this new dog creature warily.
Feeling out with the tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Idara runs over like she might interact with Vittori and then goes straight past to Toast and is just like, you got one of the puppies! Crouton's like right after her, just like, oh my god!
Yeah, I did. No, I figured it was time I got a pet. And, I can speak to Toast. And that's actually how I've been, like, teaching him commands and stuff. He's very well trained.
Must be convenient.
Yeah.
Does
And
Toast
Hadara
do
will not
tricks?
take that personally.
What kind of tricks does Toast do?
Well, I want him to do a backflip, but he's not quite there yet, But, it's more of a...
Can he do a somersault?
Oh.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Oh.
But, you can do a handshake. Vittori, puts out her hand and she's like, shake, and then Toast does, lift a paw up, and then Vittori shakes it.
But can he do this? Crouton, touch! And Dara just holds out her hand and Crouton boops his nose against her hand.
Oh,
That's adorable.
we could have a whole episode of this.
Yeah, but we're not going to because Jess wrote a very nice adventure that we're going to play instead.
Oh god, imagine...
I
I
imagine
time prepping all the monsters that we could possibly meet in this, and what if we just skipped all of that?
Just play with dogs, imaginary
Yeah.
dogs the whole
We're
time.
role-playing with dogs because this has been a very long quarantine.
I imagine Shy and Dante just exchange a look. Just like dog people, dogs.
Yes.
So, walking, you had been up in the mountains. Coming down the other side of the mountain, you find yourself in a dense, magical jungle. The path is well trod for you, and you don't encounter any dangers on the way, but it feels as if you are expected here. You eventually find your way to a massive stone temple, and you see snakes, I almost said embroidered, wow, snake statues and carvings embossed around pillars. There's a very snake...
Embroidered, that'd be really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, stone pillars with snake embroidery.
The number of times you have to cast Stone Shape for that to work.
Perched in silken purple robes against one of the pillars is a young woman with long brown hair. And when you arrive, she immediately stands up. You see she has some serpent gold bangles around her arms. And she gives you a bow.
We'll bow back.
Yeah.
Confused nod.
Please enter. The queen is waiting for you. I will request that you leave all weapons, magical items, and components in a room near the front. For the
Oh no,
queen's
this is gonna
safety.
take like half an hour of Adara just removing every weapon on her person.
All right, I start taking off my scimitar, longbow, warhammer, maul, hand axes 1, hand axes 2, dagger 1, dagger 2, dagger 3, dagger 4, my +1 dagger, my whip, my +1 short sword, etc. You get the joke.
I honestly didn't think you would do it.
For the sake of the bit I did, I feel like I would probably put up a bit of a stink here. Be like, I at least like she says like, leave all your weapons at the door. Adara would respond something to the effect of like, you hired us, like you don't want us to come in.
And Shai would be like, Idara, I think this is pretty much standard procedure for meeting royalty. I know you probably haven't done this before.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying.
Think about it this way: they can't take your teeth.
Don't tell them I can indict them.
She smiles, and a big, burly guy with snake tattoos all over his arms comes up and hisses. Says, I guarantee you they'll be well cared for.
It's like, and plus we have 2 puppy guards that we can put on our stuff.
Oh yeah, can we bring our... We probably can't. That's a stupid question. All right.
Do you want me to watch the dogs?
Is that like... May I make an insight check? Is this person excited about my dog, or is this person going to eat my dog?
Make an insight check.
Natural 20, what a waste! All right.
26.
26, tell me all your life secrets.
He seems very excited to play with your dog. As he gets down on his knees, he starts beckoning over crouton and toast. And you see, as he talks, he has a forked tongue. And looking around, you see that the girl who is leading you also has some scales on her arms. But they seem to be underneath the gold bangles, and it's a little bit hard to tell if it's a tattoo or not.
Okay.
He's like, oh, who's the good dog? We don't get many fluffies here.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like Shai will disarm, but kind of asks to keep Dante with her, and she's like, especially if the dogs are going to be playing.
Yeah, okay. I don't think a little kitty could do much harm.
A little displacer beast.
Just like tentacles just rise up.
He really is quite tiny and no trouble. He just generally sits right here.
All right, I'll take off all my shit and hand it over. It takes like 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
The woman in purple leads you into a massive hall, and you hear your footfalls echoing on this green tile. The ceiling is gold, and there are giant snake pillars. At the back of the hall is a massive gilded throne made of 2 intertwining snakes coming together at a head. And sitting on that throne is a beautiful woman with black hair, a giant crown of entwined snakes, and you see that she, from the waist down, is a snake.
Have we encountered this proportion of human to snake before?
You have not.
Okay.
You've met mermaids.
That's true. Shai gives a bow.
She nods and acknowledges you.
Probably like looks at Adara, is just like, follow my lead.
Adara like leans forward, but kind of like it's like a weird awkward side thing. So she's just like, hello.
Adara, with your, actually all of you can see because they're not hiding. You see that between each pillar are 2 guards, and they all have long pikes, and some of them appear to also have like snake arms or scales.
Or snarms.
Snarms. They have snarms. The queen, to a hand, it says, "Please, welcome. I am Melusine, and my children are in grave danger. You may have heard something of me. I never wished to leave them behind. I've had a vision, and I would like you to bring my 5 children to me. You'll be highly rewarded. If any of them are killed, you will face me and my guards."
This juxtaposition confuses Vittori so much because he's obviously like, this adventure is like, maybe some adventurers would, end up wanting to kill them because they are monsters, but this many, episodes into Threeflings, the juxtaposition of, oh yeah, find my family, don't kill them, is just like, was that a thing that you expected?
Yeah, are they going to come unwillingly?
I haven't seen my children in over a decade. Some of them may come more willingly than others. I would hope they still remember me. I know that they're in grave danger, and I know they might not be what you'd expect. I left their home and my husband as a monster. I wish to protect them now.
Is there anything specific we can tell them to prove that we are carrying a message from you specifically?
A wise one. Yes. And she takes off a ring from her right hand, and you holds it out to you, and you see it is green, but when it catches the light, the stone in it glimmers with a golden snake on the inside the stone.
Left as a monster, does that mean they would they recognize a snake insignia?
My children always knew who their mother was. It was their father who disapproved, who made a mockery of me before the entire court.
Shai will accept the ring if she is holding it out to.
She'll hold it out to Shai.
Mm-hmm. Yep, tucking that away in someplace safe.
I believe my oldest son, Guillaume, is still serving in his father's court. I have no idea why, but he should be able to direct you to his siblings. I've heard of their exploits, but I don't know exactly where they are.
2 questions. First, what else can you tell us about the danger they're in? Probably be a more compelling case if we can give them some actual information instead of just, your mom says you're in danger, you're supposed to come with us.
Mortal danger. I've seen all of my children killed by those closest to them. If they're with me, I know they're safe. And besides, she crosses her hands on her scaled lap and she says, I miss them.
Obligatory, do I believe her?
What are you seeing if you believe?
The part where they are in mortal danger unless they come back here.
Shai would like to insight the kind of feelings behind this.
Okay.
I mean, whether or not she truly is worried for their safety, or maybe just wants them back and is using this as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you can both insight check.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Okay, 16.
Okay. So, Idara, you met a different Melusine, who was not half woman, half snake. She was all snake. But she did have visions and told the future. You got a prophecy from her.
Okay. Yeah.
She didn't look like this, but she did have prophetic dreams and told you she spoke in verse, if I recall correctly. That was a long time ago. That was when Brooks, I think it was you, Vittori, and Brooks met her. But yes. So if this Melusine is anything like that one, you would know that she does have visions. It does seem that she misses her children. Although, given your background, you might doubt if someone who just up and ditched their family for a decade without a word could miss them that much. Shy, you were checking on the vibe of, is this a ruse?
Basically, is she using this as an excuse because she wants her children back now for some reason?
You can tell that she seems genuinely concerned, but is like putting on this veneer of, I'm a royal, I'm being very professional, and people do what I say.
That's fair.
So, my other question was, are all of your children humanoid on top, snake on bottom?
Each of my children is beautiful in their own way.
But in terms of, like, spotting them in a crowd?
You'll know them.
Alright.
They don't look like me, and fortunately they don't look like their father, but they're unmistakable.
Interesting.
Alright. Idara's head is immediately just going to, like, all these people are going to be snake-themed in a different, exciting, new way. So it's going to be...
They're all sneamed.
They're all... Yeah, sneamed.
When we played this on Uncaged Live, they were like, we're gonna get the snabies.
Oh, no.
Babies!
I remember that. Welcome to Sneeflings.
Boo.
Oh.
Alright, what's the timeline for this job?
The sooner you get back, the better you're paid.
Out of character, I'm like, that is a terrible deal. That's not how this works.
I pay you for their return as soon as possible. If you don't bring them, you don't get paid.
All right.
If I find out they've died, there are consequences.
All right, that seems more reasonable. Team, any other questions?
Seems fairly straightforward, as long as we do in fact have enough time to save all of them.
Since she's been talking about, like, you know my legend and everything, that she assumes that we know where her kingdom is, her husband's kingdom is, do we actually know where it is?
Shy did a history roll on it before.
Yes.
So Shy, would you have told Vittori that?
Well, considering Idara decided to bring her in on this specifically, yeah, Shy would have told her.
So we would know where the kingdom is without needing to ask?
It's in fantasy France.
Yep. And we're near that?
Yes, you are about a couple days walk.
Cool.
Although we will fast forward through that to make this not take...
We're at the fantasy French border.
Yeah. And I'll give you some more information that I didn't want to waste time in the last episode doing. But, because Shy, I remember you rolled like a 21 on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, It was when a crown prince married a woman that he saw bathing in a fountain. Fell in love, offered her half his kingdom, all of that. And she said she would marry him as long as she could have the castle to herself every Saturday. He said yes. She bore him many children. They were all monstrous in some way. And after a long time, his bros were basically like, you know, she's like sleeping with the devil on Saturdays. That's why your kids look like this. That's why. Even though the children were all excelling at what they did. Like genius level children. And they're like, she's made a deal with the devil. So he spied on her and found her in a massive bath with a shining snake tail. And that night at dinner, he basically called her out in front of the court. Some of the legends say that he was like, oh, well, you wouldn't be slithering around or anything, would you? Kind of thing. And someone, she had a fishtail. He's like, dinner seems fishy to me. What about you? Sort of thing. And enraged, she leapt up, assumed her true form, and flew out the window, never to return again.
She's just like, I only asked for one thing. And you messed it up. Alright.
Well,
I have to admit, I'm kind of on her side at this point. I mean, granted. Just like, why couldn't he have just done the one thing? It sounded like he was fine for years with it. And
then his kingdom sort of fell on hard times after that.
Well, time to pay his kingdom a visit to find the first kid.
yeah. And then we can hopefully find the others.
Yep.
Yeah.
She did say that he would at least have an idea on where the others are.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Would it be awkward if he didn't? And it was just
Go
like,
back
oh,
and we're like, we found one. We need another lead. What was that one's name again?
Guillaume?
Guillaume, he's always been drawn to the court life, which makes sense as the crown prince.
The oldest son.
Well. All right, good talk. I guess we'll see you again soon.
Travel quickly, safely. I'm counting on you.
travel
And-
quickly and then a jump cut to France.
And the woman in purple appears and escorts you to get all of Adara's weapons.
Yay.
And sees Toast and Crouton playing with a bunch of baby snakes.
Socialization. Good.
Playing nicely, I hope.
They've
Playing tug of war with one of them.
Wait,
But
these
wait,
are
wait, with
actual
how?
snabies.
define with, Jess.
No.
Well,
right.
On that note,
The cousins run over and do the like, what's in your mouth thing.
drop it now.
No. So, flash forward to Fantasy France. You get out of the jungle and arrive in a bustling city. There's a university here. There's lots of shops. There are massive stone buildings, cathedrals, theaters, a river, all sorts of fun things. And you see at the heart of it all an elaborate palace, which is your destination. Upon arrival at court, how are you sneaking in? Are you going into court just like, yes, we are here, the Threeflings, or are you kind of sneaking in? Are you being nobles? What are you doing?
Good question.
I don't think we'll pass as nobles.
Yeah. If you did not, like, give us the option, I think, like, Vittoria would definitely head empty, just, like, not even think about, like,
It's like, dude.
Alternative options than just, like, going in as themselves. So now I'm like...
Can we kind of gather some information about maybe there's an event or something that's happening in the palace that maybe we can claim to have been invited to?
In fact, there absolutely is.
Excellent. We're local heroes, so...
Listening around, you hear that Prince Guillaume is currently giving a speech before the nobles of the court, basically Parliament, in preparation for a vote tomorrow that everyone seems very excited about.
Interesting. Also, I just remembered, we're duchesses.
That's right, we are!
Wait, what?
Yeah, you are!
Wait, like, of the ocean?
Yeah!
I mean,
we're
doesn't count.
duchesses on the ocean come
But
to
they
visit.
count. They count.
There's no way France recognizes the sovereignty of the ocean. Like,
Yeah,
no way.
Okay, I'm sorry to anyone watching this from France.
but
Sorry, French people.
We were granted duchesses from, wasn't it the Queen of Ataroth?
Yes.
Yeah. So we can basically be visiting dignitaries.
do we have, like, paperwork?
I think you do,
I've got
yeah.
a signet ring. Yeah, we've got the ring of the merfolk, which I think we might
Yeah, we
all
do.
have.
I think we do.
At least 2 of us have.
We should.
Yeah, and Vittoria can be your helper.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm also a duchess. I was in that episode.
you were in
Yeah,
that episode. Okay,
It's all 3 of us.
You're all duchesses.
This is perfect.
I love it.
All right. Yeah, we just walk the fuck in.
Okay.
hey, fuckers, we're duchesses.
We're from the ocean.
There is a little bit of confusion when you walk in as some of the nobles look at your signet ring. And one of them goes, "Well, I expected that dignitaries from Ataroth would look a bit differently." And one of them goes, "Well, you can't always tell what people will look like, you know." Yes, very well. Come on in. Come to the gallery. We'll get you a good seat for the prince's speech.
Thank you kindly.
And you
So easy.
aren't. What'd you say?
That was so easy. I love it.
You are
That
taken
was-
to a large marble hall that is lined with guards. Again, around every pillar. This has a like black and white marble floor, white marble. It's compared to the gold and green of Melusine's Hall, this is very stark. You see nobles sitting in rows with guards lining the place. Some of them you see seem to match colors with certain nobles, like there's personal guards mixed in with royal guards here. And at the front, before, not a podium, but standing on a small stage with a golden semicircle behind him, is a tall, bright red, horned, winged man in royal robes.
What kind of wings?
These are like bat wings that have sharp hooks on
Shy,
either
we
side.
found you a cousin.
Does this look familiar to something we may have encountered before?
He very much does. I know he looks familiar to Vittori. I think he possibly also looks familiar to Shy. You would recognize him as looking somewhat like a Cambion.
Hmm.
If Vittori just flashes back to that wild combat encounter with the Lost Champion where he couldn't, like, attack into the tomb, and Vittori was taking pot shots at him.
Same. And he was getting rather frustrated with our lack of response to his trying to charm us.
Yeah.
Idara was not there for that adventure.
Yeah, didn't Vittori, like, nat 20?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes.
Idara was not there for that, so she's just like, that tiefling has wings, why the fuck didn't we get wings?
Because that is not a tiefling. I understand your confusion.
At this, one of the nobles turns and shushes you and looks in rapt attention to him.
So what is he discussing?
He is discussing supreme executive power and how to lead a country, it needs one strong ruler. The voice of the people can best be heard through the mouth of one person. The king should be the head, and everything else is the body. The king represents everyone else. So there's really no need for a parliament, as this vote will show tomorrow. Vote to dissolve the parliament and give the king the true power that he deserves. And I would like you all to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I was thinking that was probably going to happen.
18.
Okay.
21.
15.
Y'all are not swayed by this man.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
His speech is going on for a while. And you see people just rapidly engaged. So he goes on and on about how his father's days are coming to an end. Once he is crowned, he can be the true leader with your help, of course.
And now Shai has a realization of who would want to kill this person.
Most people. Everyone in Parliament.
Vittori's like, damn, she really wants him back alive, huh?
Not just everyone in Parliament, but he's setting up himself up as the next ruler.
Yeah.
Alone. And yeah, can see a lot of people who would have a problem with that.
Are you going to interrupt him or let him continue speaking?
I don't think Idara knew that interrupting was on the table.
Yeah,
Is this a debate or is this a speech?
This is a speech.
Yeah, Vittoria would not interrupt, and also, even if she knew the option of interruption was on the table, she still
it would not
do
go
it.
well, but
Because, she doesn't agree with him, but if they voiced disagreement with him, he'd probably not come with them. So,
well reasoned. So the speech goes on and on and on, and you see even the guards are starting to lean against the wall a little bit. Some of the nobles seem to be muttering with each other, and you look around and see that not all of them are yes, rapidly engaged with him. Some of them do seem not thrilled with this. And eventually the speech ends. He says, I know that tomorrow you'll all do the right thing for a better country and to better people. It's in fact what the Almighty would want us to do. And there's rousing applause as he walks off the stage.
Can I get a little bit closer to the ones that were muttering?
Yeah, everybody gets up at this point and starts kind of milling around. So you can get close to them. You can approach him. Everybody has some space now.
How about I approach him and someone goes over and tries to eavesdrop on the ones that are unhappy.
Okay.
Go do that.
I'll stick by Shy. So I don't expect that she'll make him angry, but if she does, I want a second person there.
You know that? I think that's fair.
Okay. So when you approach, he's currently talking to a couple nobles who are kind of doing the three girls from Beauty and the Beast, like, swoon over him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns and looks at you, and his eyes just brighten. He goes, new visitors. Welcome to our court. Please, what brings you on this fine day to such a beautiful location?
Is this both of us or
Yes.
just Shy?
Both of you. So
Ah.
you're both here, right? He says,
Yeah.
you grace us with your presence. And he leans over to kiss each of your hands.
Victoria's glad she's.
Looks a little uncomfortable, but we'll allow it.
It's hot wherever he kisses your hand. You are both
Okay.
immune to his charm for the next 24 hours, though, so well done
Nice.
there.
Oh,
Good.
Good.
And we resist fire. Get fucked.
Yes. Well, we do have a matter that we would like to discuss with you in private. kind of like making sure that we possibly get far enough away that hangers-on aren't going to be eavesdropping.
So please, anything you say to me, you can say in front of my court.
Do people like turn and look when he says that?
Yeah, and they're like, oh.
It's
Except for the couple that Vittoria is checking on, who just kind of roll their eyes.
it's about your family situation.
We have a private message to deliver.
Well, I'd be happy to see you in my quarters. Lead the way.
We
In fact,
don't.
you and me, I will lead you.
We don't know where you live.
Follow me, ladies. And he goes, sorry to cut this short, but remember who you're voting for tomorrow and what you're voting for. And he takes each of you by the hand and leads you out of the hall.
Just withdraw that.
Shy is just resisting the urge to snatch her hand back because really getting him out of the room is just going to be the best thing at the moment. But no, thank
Adara
you.
makes direct eye contact with Vittoria and is just like, "Kill me."
Victoria looks back with an expression that was like, I'm so sorry.
So, Vittoria, are you stealthily listening to these
Yeah.
people? Okay, so give me a perception check.
What's my perception? Oh, that is a dirty 20.
Ah, okay, sweet. So, listening to these disgruntled nobles, you see a couple of their guards come by to check that nobody is listening, but you still hear with your excellent ranger hearing. A couple of them are saying, we're not going to make it at this vote tomorrow. Best thing to do might see what happens with the vote tomorrow. And the other one goes, the way things are going at the front with his brother, if we do away with this one, maybe the other one loses the war and we don't have a monster king at all. Before the vote, it'll be too suspicious. He goes, yes, agreed. See how tomorrow goes.
Can I see if these people have some kind of insignia or something else that's like matching on their clothes?
Yeah, with that roll, you can see they don't match each other, but they do match their guards. So it seems to be a couple different noble houses conspiring.
Interesting. Okay.
They're
That
wearing
makes sense.
sigils that I did not make up right now. So I'll say a lion and a dragon and a horse.
Don't forget boars. Boars were very popular for like big scary
And a
animals.
boar. Now there's another conspirator.
Yay!
There's a boar spiriter.
Collaborative storytelling.
I bet he's rebelling just because he was bored.
Nice one.
So, Victoria, what's the plan?
She definitely doesn't want to show her hand or anything, so I don't think she'll want to talk with them or anything. But at this stage, it's like, what should be done besides from just like keeping an eye on them? She's still in that kind of stage.
Well, you've got the information. You might be able to follow after.
That's true. It's not like they said that they were gonna do it tomorrow, so they're probably not gonna.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, probably not going to talk more about this plan tomorrow, so yeah, I'm going to go follow after the others so that they don't get killed or something in there.
Or, they don't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Guillaume is not hard to follow. You see him basically waving even to minor nobles wherever he goes and making quite a noise as he heads through the palace with the very excited to be joining him. Shy and Atara. Are you gonna let him take you all the way to the bedroom or stop him in a hallway?
No, let's stop him in like a private alcove hallway, whatever.
Can't wait, can you? My palace is your palace.
That's
or the next 20 minutes anyway.
That's truly not necessary at all. And then she'll bring out the ring and just go, "We have a message from your mother."
Oh, well, that's a way to certainly kill the mood.
Good.
Oh, thank God.
And what does Her Royal Highness Queen Melusine want with me?
Well, first part of the message is a warning. She's evidently having visions of you and all of your siblings being killed.
His eyes get really wide when you say that, and he looks quite concerned.
And she wants all of you to join her. She wants to see you again.
And also notably, she thinks that the latter will help with the former. You'll be killed if you stay here, but not if you return to her.
That is a good plan. Mother's visions are usually right. Oh, that's so difficult, though. I don't think she gave you a time limit on this, though, did she?
I mean, your life is on the line?
Yes, but you see, I have a very big vote tomorrow that I'm supposed to be present for.
Yeah,
so, how about this? I would love to see Mum, and I would happily go with you, but we wait until tomorrow, and maybe you could speak as ambassadors on my behalf. Tell them the way things are done in Atarat. Tell them that there's a queen who, decides all of the ruling and doesn't listen to the common rabble. Really just give that bill the push it needs to go forward.
My guy.
There is a queen, but I wouldn't say she doesn't listen to...
Victoria, you can have caught up by now. I'll be sure to entertain you for the evening. My sister Isabel, the renowned opera singer, she's in town and she's actually performing tonight. I'll get you box seats.
Great, we need to talk to her too. Listen, we listened to your speech and that is 1,000,000% the reason somebody is going to try to kill you.
It's
People that were listening to your speech definitely have murderous plans, Vittori says, appearing around the corner. I just heard some of the nobles talking about how they're planning to dispose of you after the speech, and hopefully your brother also dies in the war.
This is truly tragic news, but you are so lovely. Are we related? It's so rare that I see such a beautiful creature with red skin and those horns and those eyes. I mean, it's like looking into a gender-flipped mirror, and what can I say? I'm in awe of myself.
I almost feel sorry for this guy.
Yeah.
Because there's Adara, there's Shy, and then there's Vittori, and none of them could be less interested in this guy.
Just gonna, like, position myself a little bit between the two and be like, you are barking up, like, 30 different wrong trees right now. Strongly recommend that you refocus on the part where your life is in danger and less on the part about hitting on my gay cousin.
Says, well, you have to understand, a prince's life is always in danger. I mean, there's danger around every corner, so it's not that surprising. But yes, we do have to be careful about my life, so I'll go with you after the vote. Maybe you do some good along the way to smooth the way for my return. Yes?
Perhaps. We'll see what I can say that's complimentary. I'm sure I can come up with something.
He's got very big wings, a commanding and useful feature for a ruler.
Excellent. See, you're pros already.
He is very charismatic. That works with some people, I guess.
I have a question about your policies. You know, before we go backing whatever major change you want to make to the whole political system here, for why? Do you actually want to help the people?
Yes, of course. I care very much about the people. A ruler is nothing without those beneath him supporting him. We are all
Insight
one.
check.
Inside check.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Aggregate 20.
Okay.
What is my insight?
That would be a 9. Shy is just far.
14.
Shy's just over his shit.
Yeah. Shy just doesn't even want to look at him anymore.
Yeah, he's full of lies.
I'm sorry, Meliusin, you have such a shitty son.
Well, it's like, we'll see what we can do.
Excellent. Servant. He snaps his fingers, and a young person in gray runs over. Yes, Your Majesty, and bows. He says, please, make sure that they get royal box. And he kind of winks at you. Says tickets for Isabel's performance tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. I look forward to hearing your speech.
Our speech.
And he turns and heads up the way to his bedroom. Basically assuming you're still going to accompany him, but you absolutely do not have to.
Nope.
Wait, he said your speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll go well.
Okay. Once
Well,
he is
it's
like
the
out
vote
of
that's tomorrow. We can make a speech. I'm sure we can come up with something that will not end up with dissolving the cabinet.
Once he's out of earshot, Vittori like stops dying inside. This is like he was hitting on me, but saying that, hoping that we're related, and I'm really concerned about that. Like,
You know,
Yeah.
I was going to bring up the fact that he kissed my hand, but I think you win.
Yeah, man, if all her kids are this shitty, I think we should just go back to her empty-handed and be like, you don't want them.
We
Girl,
can't
I'm sorry.
we can't trust the impressions of the first one that we meet.
True.
There are 4 more. Surely
we
one of
killed
them
the
is a
DM.
decent person.
Statistically speaking, there's gotta be one. So we know about 2 more now. We know the opera singer, and we know one who's in a war, Vittori? Is that like
They just
nearby?
did something on front lines?
Oh.
Maybe he's a leader in the army or something.
Are we still like is there still a staff person with us presently or?
Yeah, there are staff people around.
All right. Should we just ask?
Can we inquire about some of the other siblings and where possibly they might be found?
Where they might be, what their names are, what their deal is.
You mean you haven't heard of the prince and princess?
Well, we've only heard of them in vague terms. We don't really have specifics.
Yeah, we certainly don't know where they are presently.
Well, the Crown Prince Guillaume, General Jehan is at, well, he's quite far. He's, at the, front lines, I believe, working out some sort of battle strategy. Well, he kind of looks at Shy and he says, You seem academically inclined. I'm surprised you haven't heard of, Professor Colette. But anyway, yes, she's
Have I indeed heard of Professor Colette?
Give me an intelligence check, sure. You can add history to it if you want. But sure. I feel like it would be, like, it's a no culture check.
Not every game can be Pugmire.
I mean, we have enough pets that maybe we could do Pugmire.
Oh my god, that would be such a cute bonus episode.
History is 25.
Oh, yeah. You have absolutely heard of a brilliant scholar who is up and coming. She's quite young, but she's already gotten a full professorship at the university. And at first there was some like, is it because she's a princess? But was quickly found to actually be that gifted. So, and then you know that Isabel's performing tonight. And well, nobody's seen Robert much, but I'm sure he's around.
Okay. I believe that's all of them, isn't it?
Yes.
I missed one, but I think it's because I was thinking about Threeflings Pets one-shots.
I just put all their names in the chat.
Perfect, thank you. What's Colette's deal?
She's the scholar.
Yeah.
Right.
Colette's a scholar. So that one should be easy to find, especially since you said there was an academy. So if she's a professor, that's probably where we could find her.
Yeah.
What's
the only
Robert's
one
deal?
That's the one that we don't have much information or location on. They're just around.
Yeah. Just vibing.
Frightens me.
Then I will not ask follow-up questions.
You know what? It's none of my business.
May I try to press on that?
I'm so
Absolutely.
Just, like, you know, we need to talk to all of them. So if there's like something you know that would be helpful, like before we have to talk to him because we've never met him before, like that'd be really appreciated.
Well, I wouldn't get on his bad side. He had a tendency to play with the wrong crowd, and that now he's a bit infamous for disappearing those who threaten his house, which is useful for a noble family, but that's all I'll say.
That is very good to know. Thank you.
So
enjoy the opera.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much. It sounds like that's one that will be most likely to find us sooner or later rather than us finding him.
Yeah, as we go around telling all his siblings that they're gonna die. I think that's one we might want to talk to with the aid of some of the other siblings, assuming they all like get along still.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Hopefully they do.
Yeah. Here's hoping Isabel is more open to being talked to. And at least if she hits on us, you know, we can just shove Vittori in front and hope for the best.
Amazing.
So are you heading to the opera house? The show starts in, I'd say, like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good amount of time for us to...
Actually, no, I'll say it's about 3 hours for the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that's way too much time. Should we go to the library?
Time to go find a chef.
Sorry, I offered the library instead of a party and had to have a little bit of a, like, self-reflection moment, but maybe we should go to the library and try to find the scholar in the meantime. There's no way we have to get there 3 hours early for seats.
Unless we want to try and get Isabel, talk to her backstage before the performance.
That is true.
True.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds way better. Is anyone around here right now?
Maybe that's why the DM gave you more time.
Oh boy. Let's sneak
Okay.
backstage.
You mean he didn't want us to go off to the kitchens to like get what was it, like honey covered like almonds or something?
Oh yeah, the scene I had to make up on Uncaged Live. No.
Yeah.
But we wanted you to roleplay an entire opera performance.
Yeah.
Mhm. So who are you looking for? You said, is there anybody around here right now?
Well, I just, you know, before we started talking about, like, sneaking backstage or something, I wanted to make sure we weren't being overheard, so, like...
Oh, no, that person you were talking to headed off after they gave you
Cool.
their information.
So, discreetly, I think we should sneak backstage in case, you know, whatever conflict she's got going on in her life involves some kind of, Phantom of the Opera doesn't exist in this world. I need to think of a different reference. You know,
Fantasy Phantom of the Opera.
Fantasy Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera, but it's literally like about phantoms.
The Lich in the Theater moment. I'm sure chat can come up with something actually clever, unlike me. But yeah, just, you know, before, like, someone drops a chandelier on her or something.
Oh yeah, true. That would be a good
Yeah.
killer.
I really hope that someone wouldn't try to kill her during a performance, but
Yeah.
we can't rule that out.
They could write it off as an accident, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Be like she said Macbeth too many times.
Oh no.
Can't say that in the theater.
We're not in a theater. Oh no, we're in the theater
Hopefully
of the
we're
mind!
not in a theater yet.
No!
If we have tech problems, Draz did it.
Oh, anyway. Okay, yeah. So I think step 1 is figure out where the entrance to backstage is, and step 2 is get in there discreetly.
Okay. You can pretty easily find, leaving the castle. It's not hard to find the theater. You saw it coming in. It's a large, ostentatious building, not nearly as ostentatious as the palace. And skirting around the back of it, there is a small door that is marked as the stage door. Going inside, you see a bored-looking halfling sitting at a table. IDs, please?
Sorry?
IDs, please?
Is this like...
Backstage pass?
Oh, I was hoping that we could find the entrance more discreetly than this. But I guess now we're here.
We can rewind that.
I wouldn't mind that.
Okay, so you find the stage door, and what would you like to do?
We peer around the corner, we see that there's a halfling taking IDs over there, and we all go,
Yeah.
shit, alright. So, does it seem like there's a way to get around the halfling to the door without, like, being in direct line of sight?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Wow, a natural 1 and a natural 20. So thank you, advantage. 29.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you see a tabaxi go in. And you see that they do not have an ID, but they do palm the halfling some silver, and she winks and lets them in.
Alright, easy enough. Can I tell how much
We have
silver?
so much money.
with a natural 20, you would see that it was two 10 pieces of silver. So 20 silver.
So 2 gold.
Yes.
Cool. But in silver form.
Yes.
All right. Then I'll just be like, all right, the halfling takes bribes, so I guess we can just like, we'll just fish some money out of my wallet. You're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, simple enough.
Yep.
IDs, please.
I hand over 10 gold and say, those are all 3 of ours.
Well armed for strangers. You wouldn't be causing no trouble in the opera now, would you?
No, we're also royalty, showing the ring and be like, we're just very excited to meet the performer.
Oh, all right. Friends of Isabel. Go on up. I assume you know where her dressing room is.
Yep.
Sure.
So heading behind her, you find yourself in a mass of staircases. It's janky back here and gross, and there's like half assembled sets, racks of kind of smelly costumes. But coming down the hall, you hear some beautiful singing, vocalizing. Singing scales coming from down the hall.
Seems promising.
Mm-hmm. Seems like the right direction for us to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You pass by a bunch of doors and hear several other people vocalizing, but none are as incandescent as that one voice you heard from further down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think we should head towards the incandescent one. That sounds like the right way.
Yeah.
All right.
At the end of the hall, you see a door with a star on it and says Prima on the front. And beneath that, there is a little slidey thing that says Isabel. And that is indeed where the music is coming from.
Got it in one. Alright. I guess should we just like knock or something?
Probably.
I would think so.
Alright. Vittori knocks.
The singing stops. And you hear, oh! And there's some rustling, and the door cracks open. And you see a lovely pale face with light blonde hair that is kind of up in a bunch of pins, like it's going to be wigged. Yes? Hello?
Hello. We're here on behalf of your mother, and we need to talk to you about that whole thing.
We have a message for you.
Yeah.
You are Isabel, right? Because otherwise this is awkward. Uh-oh, can't hear you.
My mom? Really?
Yeah.
Come in. Come in. Come in. And she opens the door, and you see that she has massive eagle wings and is standing on clawed feet.
Aw. That makes sense.
Lovely. Yeah.
Says, yes, please, please. What did she tell you? I haven't seen her since I was just a girl.
Shai will bring out the ring and go, all right, there are 2 parts to this message. The first is that she has been having visions of you and your siblings in mortal danger. And she wishes you to come live with her because she's missed you and wants to see you again.
That tears start to well up in her eyes. Says, no, I can't. I'll cry with my makeup again. They hate when I do that. Oh. Please? Is it... Yes, oh, that's terrible. I would love to see her again, but I have the show tonight. We are scheduled to leave tomorrow. I could take a leave of absence. Could we go tomorrow?
It's like we weren't really given a timetable on this. But if you feel like you're in any sort of danger, get out.
Oh no, we have excellent security.
She specifically said that the visions were you all dying because of people closest to you. So the problem here is that you might die because someone that you think is your friend doesn't actually consider you one and might backstab you. Do you know, is there anyone that you know that would fit that description?
Is there anyone who seems like a pre-backstabber?
Yeah, like someone that, like an understudy or someone that...
We just show up and we're like, you're going to die. Here's a list of people you like.
But, you know, I'm very worried that she'll get killed mid-performance, alright?
No, my understudy and I have a very close relationship. I'm her voice teacher. And Pierre the tenor, well, he's been a dear. I mean, we don't date anymore, but, you know, it's still, that's part of the show. And, well, Lucas, the bass, I mean, he's a big, scary guy on stage, but he'd never do anything like that in the real life. And, of course, my manager has been pushing me to perform more, but I don't think she'd do anything like that. I mean...
Do you mind if we
This is so distressing.
Do you mind if we snoop around a little bit more and try and pinpoint where the threat is coming from? To see if we could possibly get more of a timeline on this, to see if it is safe for you to perform.
Yeah.
Well, now...
And also see if any chandeliers are loose.
Oh, of course, but, you know what? I would really like... Well, let's assume that nothing goes wrong tonight. Nothing's gone wrong the whole time that we've been in town. Like I said, our security's very good. Buttons, the halfling at the front, she's very strict with who she lets in. But this whole time I've been here, Colette's never come to my show. Do you think you could get her to come?
Yes, we need to talk to her as well, obviously, so we can definitely see if she'll come when we go talk with her.
She said opera's silly. She's never been to any of my shows.
Damn. Well, hopefully we can convince her to come to this one.
I mean, after all, And Shai's just like, I haven't met Colette, but I'm fairly sure we can come up with a reasonable argument. We'll do our best.
And family can take one day out of their evening to support you in the thing that you're excited about.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I do hope that you don't find any threats. I'd like to think that everyone I perform with is, you know, just as charming as the three of you.
Well,
I
you
would
know.
hope they were more so.
Good luck with Colette, and enjoy the show.
Hopefully, yeah. Oh, it's been a while since I've gone to see any performances, so, you know. I'm excited for this one.
And we did hear your warm-up in the hall. I can't wait to hear the real thing.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
Guess we're gonna go find Colette now. Did she have, like,
Yeah.
a lead on where Colette would actually be?
The university.
University.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a professor, university seems like the best place.
She's probably trapped up in her office.
I know how that feels.
I don't. Let's go.
Okay, are you gonna go see Colette or scope out the
Ooh,
opera house first?
that's a good question.
Or do you want to scope out the opera house during the show? You have a lot of options.
So, how long would it take us to get like to and from the university?
You have time.
Do we have time to like do that and also scope out the opera house, or is it kind of an either or?
If you scope out the opera house while you watch the show, you would have time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be the best thing. I was thinking also we might split up.
Thinking
opera
the
house or in
possibility
general?
of
In general, like if somebody wanted to scope out the opera house while someone talked to Colette.
I definitely feel like Vittori is inclined to go sneaking around.
Same.
I'm tired of talking to these people.
Idara learned just enough about Colette to immediately feel in her bones very tired.
It's like Shy feels a bit of a kinship with Colette. So
Yeah.
How about you go to the university, we'll scope out the auditorium, and if there's time, start, I don't know, skulking, so maybe Robert finds us. Sorry, Robert.
Yeah, I think this sounds like a good plan. I just have a
Go
feeling
out
like
to the streets and look suspicious until he finds us.
I just have a feeling like Itara and Vittori might be more harm than help with Colette.
Yeah, I have learned exactly enough about Colette to have a strong sense that I might end up yelling at her. Through no particular fault of her own, but Vittori, you've met my brothers. I feel like there might be some projection there.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna let you have that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Adara and Vittori, you're gonna stay at the opera house and kind of scope around?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to scope around the like inside backstage? Are you going out into like the audience or scoping around the outside? Like what is your general plan vibe?
From chat, I feel like Idara's got a little bit of a Vampire of the Vaudeville vision in her head. So like, check out the stage first. Make sure that's like all the rigging's, correct.
Yeah, the rigging is definitely the part that I'm also thinking about.
Okay.
But I think maybe so that we're not searching the same area, Vittoria's going to go like into like the seating. Since there's a lot of especially before a show, there's so many seats and so many dark corners that people could hide in. So yeah,
that's very true. Okay.
I like how.
So first, I will say while you look at the rigging, Adara, as Shy heads off to the university, how are you gonna check that this rigging is okay? Are you proficient in carpenter's tools?
I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
Okay.
So I kind of am going to extrapolate a little bit and offer that between my proficiency in thieves' tools and also my general like dexterousness, that I'm pretty good with knots. So I just kind of want to make sure that things are like secured appropriately, and then like assess, things that are holding other things. Like, are the ropes sturdy? Are they frayed? Are they obviously like thinned?
Have they obviously been cut halfway through so that during the performance it might fall?
Yeah.
And also, is it actually a chandelier?
Is the chandelier just like lined with daggers on the inside where no one else can see them? That sort of thing. But I'm going to do basically a circuit on the ground for like places where people would obviously interact, and then get up and then look at like things up high and make sure that all that stuff is on the up and up, as it were.
Okay. So heading that way, you see Vittori was heading to the house. You were heading to the stage, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're both kind of going the same direction. Vittori, you can hop off the stage to get to the house since you're coming from backstage. So you go through numerous sets and scrims. Lots of lights, some of which are on the ground. You see there's a massive catwalk above you with lighting, a couple drop flies, lots of heavy curtains in the wings, like stacked for entrances at various levels. And looking out into the house, you see rows and rows of seats, about 2 balconies, a row of boxes, and yes, a massive chandelier. Yes. And a huge painted ceiling.
Yes. Oh, perfect.
So, are you going to climb up into that catwalk? Or are you just going to be like eyeballing things?
Oh, I'm 1,000,000% going up into the catwalk.
Okay. There's a ladder. You can climb up there, but give me a dexterity check to climb safely through there.
All right. If it helps, I have boots of spider climb.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, then you're fine.
Cool. Just walk up the curtains.
Adara just walks like on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So yeah, you look and see that some of the lights appear to be loose, but it looks like maybe rust. And it's hard to tell if it's intentional or just kind of a not well-kept theater.
Backstage was a little... was the backstage like... I guess Adara might not actually know. I was going to ask if the backstage was just, regular backstage grody or if it was, like, notably bad.
Regular backstage grody.
But I don't know if Adara would know.
That the house at the theater is always beautiful, and then you go backstage and it's like dust and all the costumes stink, and you're like, ew.
This floor is so sticky.
Why? Because
covered in tape.
Yep. All right. So then, if the lights are the only thing that catch her eye, she might spend some time just kind of like re-securing them, like take some rope out of her pack and kind of like lash it back together a little more tightly, like just in case.
Mm-hmm. Tori, looking in the house, you see lots of cushy seats. And looking up, you see the massive crystal chandelier. You also see brass coverings of holes that line rows along the ceiling. So it'll be like a big brass circle, and there's holes behind it.
Sniper holes.
So you're looking out into the audience.
Oh.
Vittori does not know what any of this is, but she just... It doesn't look like the chandelier is tampered in any way from, like, down here.
It would be hard to tell without getting actually up there, but from where you are, it looks fine.
Okay. Well, she trusts that Adara, like, if there's a problem with the chandelier, Adara will fix it, so, like, Vittori just goes further into the seating.
Okay. What are you looking for in the seating?
Like, just, like,
weaponry?
Yeah, like, anything out of place.
Okay. At a cursory look, you see some programs from the previous night's show, some pamphlets. You could give me an investigation check to see anything more specific, but it looks like, some candy wrappers.
That is 19.
19. Okay, I'm gonna say you find some money and some fan letters.
Aw.
Ooh.
Are any of the fan letters like, I know where you live?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, like, and Vittori's like, oh, and then she's like, wait a second, do any of these have information?
No, they're to Isabel, the angel of music.
Oh no!
Boo!
Just as bad!
Your vice lights 1,000 fires, including the fire of my heart. One day we will be together, that kind of thing.
Is it signed Eric? No, Raoul?
It's signed the Vicomte.
One of the letters just says, think of me fondly when you say goodbye.
Alright, so we've checked out the chandelier situation, and that also seems good, or has Adara not gotten over there yet?
She's a spider climbing. Yeah, you can check over there. It looks okay.
Alright,
It's heavy and it's very dusty, but it looks okay.
All right. Then I'll just regroup with Vittoria and be like, it
Yeah.
seems on the up and up.
Yeah, nothing suspicious, but
There's some precarious
God,
lights, but I secured them.
God, do we have to go talk with the people that Isabel works with? Do we have to socialize?
Maybe, I mean, like, I don't know. We just have to find like one chatty person. That's really all you have to do is just find
That's
the one
true.
person with a lot of opinions and get them going.
That's
So
true.
let's jump over to the university. Actually, before we do that, I think we're going to take a quick break. So we will be back in 5 and see what's going on at this university.
Oh boy.
Stick around, have a stretch. We'll be right back.
See ya. back.
Hey everybody.
Yay.
Welcome back to Threeflings. We're playing a family reunion by me. And Shy is going to the Royal University.
Yep. And I'm going to try and get a meeting with Professor Colette.
So you walk in to, say, the research department, and you see a tiefling sitting at a desk who has dark blue skin and curly purple hair buried in her notes. And when she sees you, her eyes just widen. She goes, "Oh my gosh."
Hello.
God, I'm so glad Adara didn't come with Shy.
Oh my gosh. You're Shy the Brainhorns.
Yes, I am, and you...
I'm Mouse. I don't know if you know me, but we were at Candlekeep at the same time, and I met your research assistants. I helped them solve a mystery.
Research assistants? Oh, you mean... Oh,
For your literacy outreach program? They were tieflings too. Adara and Ophelia.
Yes, they weren't actually my assistants. But in any case, we did exchange a few letters after that incident, and I found them very illuminating.
Oh my gosh. You're here. What can I do for you? What brings you here? Do you want a tour? My work study is to sit here. It's for my, well, it's not really a work study. I'm an assistant professor. But yes, I'm here. And what would you like to do?
Would there be any way for me to see Professor Colette?
Oh my gosh, are you working with her? I know she's been, well, are you working with her? She's a little bit intimidating.
Not exactly. I have a message for her.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to take you to her office? She's at the top of the stairs. Between you and me, she's been going through research assistants faster than any professor I've ever seen. She's got a vicious temper, that one. But you know what? I'm sure that if she has called for you and you are here to help her, that you can help her get to the bottom of this, because there is nothing that you have not been able to do.
That actually isn't completely correct, but it's fair enough. But yes, I do need to see her and deliver my message.
She's at the top of the tower. You can't miss her. Will you sign this for me? She pulls out a textbook.
Pulled out one of her roommates.
Shy just kind of like
pen name.
Shy just kind of looks a bit confused and actually signs her own name. Almost signs a different name at first, but stops herself.
Oh my gosh.
There. Thank you for your assistance, and
maybe one day when I get full professorship, we could collaborate or something. Or not. I'm sure you get requests all the time. You're really busy. Anyway, top of the stairs, you can't miss it.
it's like, yes, thank you. I'm sure we will exchange letters soon. Maybe I'll be able to see you again before I leave.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy to find Colette with the instructions. You see lots of classrooms with some bored-looking students and even border-looking professors teaching them. And going up a winding stone staircase, you start to hear disgruntled shouting and the sound of some vials breaking. And you get to the top, and you hear, "Where's that new assistant?" I don't have time for this.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can assist with this.
Are you opening the door?
Yes, might as well.
Okay. So I don't think you've met one of these before. I know Adara has. You might have actually. You walk in and you see a woman who is wearing glasses and has her hair kind of severely pinned back. She has the same black hair that Melusine had. And from the waist up, she is human. And throws a glass vial that just misses your head as you open the door. From the waist down, she has the body of a lion.
I have actually run into one of these before.
Okay. She says, "You! Are you the research assistant? Come on in, come on in. I don't have time for this."
Well, if I can be of assistance, I will certainly do so.
Okay. Hold still. And are you going to let her cast a spell on you?
You know what? Yes, in the name of science.
Oh no!
Oh wow! Not even like a check to see if Shy knows what the spell is. Just yes. Wow.
Hey, I know this professor's reputation, and I have promised to assist, so I am assisting.
Shy gets polymorphed into a frog. Zan rolls up a new tiefling.
So let's see. You feel yourself, actually, you see the room get bigger. The room gets a lot bigger, and you feel your arms go down to take your weight. And then your tail starts whipping back and forth. And you feel an urge to scratch your whiskers.
I almost called it.
Yeah.
And you see her her eyes widen and she grins and waves her hands quickly. And you are back to yourself.
No, not even a chance to see how Dante feels about
Well.
this development.
That was truly a singular experience.
It worked. That actually works. Hi. Come on in. Assistant, what's your name? Newt
Oh.
Gregory.
My name is Shy.
Hi, Shy. You're the best assistant yet. Good job. Tell me, what was that like?
Well, there was no pain involved. From my perspective, the room got bigger. I did have this rather uncomfortable scratching sensation around here. I assume that whiskers or something similar had grown in.
Did you know what you were?
I deduced a number of possibilities, but I didn't know exactly.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll have to work on that. Did you feel that you could have gotten out of it?
Perhaps eventually.
Good.
Maybe.
Good. All right. Ready to go again?
Before that, I am also here for another reason.
All right. Usually they run screaming out the door by this point. Yes?
It's like a few things. First, I specifically came here bearing a message from your mother.
Yeah?
And Shai brings out the ring. And
Oh, that's nice. She gave you jewelry. She left us jack-all when she ran away.
well, this is a loan, just to prove that we were in touch with her and bearing her message.
And what does my absent, abandoning, dead-end mother want from me?
Well, first, she sends a warning. She has been seeing visions of her children in mortal peril.
Did she see visions of us turning into monsters too? Because that would have been nice to know.
I believe she considers you beautiful just the way you are.
Well, You know, it's nice for Guillaume and it's nice for Robert to look like whatever the hell they want, but for some of us, it's a little bit harder. It would have been nice if we hadn't been... Anyway, what does she want?
Well, she wishes to see you again. She wishes you to come live with her.
Yeah, I bet she wants a whole lot. Anything else?
Also, your sister, Isabel,
Yeah.
she just really would like you to come see her performance. It's the last one in the city tonight.
I have such better things to do. If I can get this spell worked out, then she and Jehan and I can transform back and forth the way that Robert and Guillaume do. I'm doing this for her.
If I help you with this, you may make greater progress and perhaps have time to see the performance tonight?
You're the best assistant I've had so far. It's a deal.
Good, let's
God,
get
I'm
working.
so glad that we split the party in the way we did.
Right?
Yes, this worked out wonderfully.
Oh. I can give you directions to where Jehan is too. I'm worried about him. It's not safe for him at war. He's too sweet of a boy. He shouldn't be there. But that's for later. That's for after this stupid opera.
Oh, good.
Flashing forward. Let's see. Shy, roll me a d6.
Sure. I got a 5.
You are transformed into 5 different animals over the course of this.
Oh my god.
You know, a novel experience, and I'm sure Shai enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah. She takes copious notes throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And as you head back to the theater for her, with her, you feel like you're being watched, but you're also walking with a crown princess, so it could just be that.
Possibly. But still gotta kind of keep a wary eye out just in case. After all, we have confirmed that these people are in mortal peril, and we don't have a timeline on that.
So, how are you all sitting for this show?
I mean, we have like a box, right?
Yeah.
You do have a box.
How close is the box to the stage?
It's the royal box, so it would be like the farthest, but not up in the balcony.
I'm not really getting a clear picture on where that is.
Let me here.
Illustrate what a theater
So
structure
Yeah.
looks like.
I mean, because I'm thinking of like, there's a second floor where all the boxes are.
Mm-hmm. And then above that is a balcony.
Yeah.
Okay,
3
all right.
levels.
So there's like the main stage, then there's a row of boxes, and then there's a balcony above that.
hypothetically, if one were to just run along the walls in a straight line to the stage, how long would it take one to arrive at the stage? Because it's not a super big theater, right? If it only seats 1,000?
Yeah, you would have to jump down a flight. Oh, but you have spider climb shoes, so you
Yeah.
could run off the walls.
Is it faster to Naruto runs?
Science
Yeah.
says yes.
I would say you could, I mean, you could probably get there in 2 rounds if you pushed it.
Okay.
Can we
If you
try and have
dashed.
someone backstage and someone in the box?
You could absolutely do that.
I
I
think
think that might
Victoria's
be best.
the best one for the box just because she is a ranged combatant.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
if
I
Yeah,
was,
fine.
fighting
Shy.
breaks down stage, then she can just shoot.
Yeah, Shy's got spells.
Yeah, I was gonna offer. Well, like depending on Shy's spell range, she might want to be the one in the backstage because Adara can get there in a round if it takes 2 rounds. Like she can action surge and be there.
That's true. Shy backstage would also have healing on hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go that way.
Okay, so Shy backstage. Adara and Vittoria in the box with Colette.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they didn't meet Colette before, and she probably doesn't get along with them. Oh no.
I mean, she's probably in a better mood now that Shy's helped her and stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Okay,
They
let's
just won't interact.
plus Adara is very used to dealing with Shy, and you're like, oh, this is basically a lion person version of Shy. Okay.
Where's the other one?
She's
Hi.
Well, I think Shy would have like got up to the box, introduced them, and then was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go backstage just in case anything goes wrong and they need healing.
Yeah.
If you made me come to this opera and you're leaving it, I will cast gas on you and make you jump into a pit of spikes.
It's like, I promise I will just be backstage. I am not leaving you to suffer the performance alone. It's like, here are my friends. They aren't quite as useful assistants as I was, but they're rather useful in a pinch.
All right, good to know. You look like you want to be here about as much as I do, so let's get this over with.
I got booze.
Now you're talking.
But also, it's good to support your siblings.
Yeah.
You can just do
Adara gets somewhat. She has like what, a wineskin of white wine and a wineskin of
white wine, red wine, whiskey.
Maybe it would be good if some of our siblings got a real job.
Ooh.
All
right. No.
Take the wine back. We're gonna unpack that over the course of this opera.
And the overture starts. And the crowd gets quiet, lights dim, there is music, and you can all give me a perception check to look for anything funky.
Oh boy.
That is a 14.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 23.
Ooh.
I got a 28.
Okay. So, Adara, you have an excellent view of the stage. And you don't... Well, first, Vittori, you see, some magic happen. You can tell that some of the effects for this show are magical. Like, it's more than just stage tricks. They're actually using, like, cantrips. And Shy, from behind the stage... Actually, first, wait, let me get myself in gear. Isabel emerges, flying down and out from backstage, and the crowd gasps. And Shy, at that moment, you see a dwarf who had been waiting in the wings hand a sack of coins to the tabaxi that you saw earlier, who then nods and walks back outside. Adara, you see some rustling in the wings, but can't really see much of anything else. Because even with the 28, you are still at an angle that you cannot see through curtains.
Yep.
But you can
Victoria's just
see
enjoying
that there's
the show
something
accident.
going on backstage. Isabel starts to sing, and the audience is captivated. She sings louder and higher, and the audience starts to rush the stage, cheering and screaming. And I would like you all to give me wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh, because... Oh, that makes sense.
Because she's a harpy.
Yeah.
15?
That is a 13.
21.
Okay. So you all save. And those of you in the boxes just see Colette start laughing as people in the balcony, you see start jumping off the balcony,
Oh no!
trying to get to her. Some of them are held by ushers, and you see some ushers like holding people by legs. She's like, I should have come to the offer before. This shit's hilarious. And everyone is trying, like, building human pyramids, trying to get to Isabel.
Some World War Z going on. Cool.
Yeah. And there is a dramatic lights out. And then an uproar of applause.
Okay, did anything happen with that dwarf?
As you were backstage, you see Isabel come down and the dwarf gives her a big hug. And you can give me an insight check or perception check to hear what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, I want in on that. I'll do insight.
Okay.
23.
Okay. So he's like kind of wiping some sweat from her brow and hands her a flask of presumably water. And the way they're interacting, you get the vibe that he's her manager.
But the manager needed to bribe the tabaxi?
It's like, but why would the manager... Can I think of a possible reason why the manager would give the tabaxi a bag of gold?
You know that they were going to go somewhere on the road. And that he's been pushing her to do more and more shows. And that she can't really keep up. Maybe she's worth more dead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna make sure that she does not drink what's in the flask.
Okay.
And, you know what?
You came to the show?
Yes. I came to the show and I decided to wait backstage, you know, because of some suspicions that we had earlier. And what I want to know is why your friend here handed a bag of gold to a tabaxi backstage.
He goes, well, you know, to secure the next house, obviously. Down payment, it's just business stuff, Isabel. Not to worry. Oh, yes, well, we're going to be taking some time off. You see,
I wanted him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, do it. That is a nat 1.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We have to remember to manifest Jess's nat 1 from chat also.
I'm actually using Shai's channel divinity here.
Okay.
Basically, it appears as though Shai is going to read his mind. She's basically picking up a lot of clues off of him, like how much he's sweating, and the inflection of his voice, to figure out what's really going on here. I want to figure out if he's really trying to kill him. And I'm going to actually cast Zone of Truth.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Shai is being Sherlock.
Yes.
So, Zone of Truth, and
he automatically fails the saving throw because he failed the wisdom save.
Right. Says, look, you did a really good show, Isabel. Yes, I know. But I have to go see my mom tomorrow. Just don't like that. What questions do you have during the Zone of Truth?
It's like, were you really securing the next house with that bag of gold? Or was it for something else?
He kind of just looks at you and say he doesn't have to answer questions. Damn. It was for business purposes.
What kind of business?
Securing the legacy of the princess.
Oh, I don't like
Not
the sound
for
of
a
that.
house.
And how are you securing her legacy?
I would make her immortal.
And how would you do that?
And at that, he kind of just leans back and crosses his arms.
Isabeau? I think perhaps you should leave earlier than anticipated. And don't tell this one where you're going.
I think that's a good plan.
And also, that flask, I recommend you give it over to me.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
It appears to be just water.
Oh.
That sounds like something Poison would say.
At least it was safe this time, but...
Did Colette come to the show?
Yes, she's actually up in the box right now. Would you like to see her?
Yeah. We can head off together.
I think that would be a good idea.
Sorry, you look so kinky.
Sorry. Just a resting bitch face that time.
So the show has ended. So you can make your way to backstage if you want, or just head off, hearing what Shy has done. What would you like to do?
I think we'd probably, regroup with Shy, bring Colette with, and then it sounded like they were gonna head out tonight.
Yeah.
You see Isabel kind of floating in the air, like kind of behind her wings a little bit, looking kind of nervous. And Colette just goes, "Yeah, it was a good show." And she just flies into her arms and gives her a huge hug.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Colette is removed from Adara's shit list.
Please, go check on Jehan. We're both really worried about him.
Where is he?
Yes.
They give you directions to an upcoming battle zone that is a few days walk from here.
Oh god, the fact that there is battle just a few days away is like, oh no, this country is in danger.
It all went to hell when Melusine left.
Are we supposed to give a speech tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well.
Don't worry about us. I've got my big sister. We'll be safe.
I'm realizing this is...
And Shai will turn to Colette and just go, yeah, her manager is a really shady guy, so make sure that he stays far away from any plans that you make.
I can have him killed.
You know, I don't have a problem with that. Just seems like a matter of time before he does something that will get himself killed anyway, but...
Let's go, kiddo. And they head off into the night.
I was thinking that this is the no charisma party, so like... I was thinking like maybe we should... Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should split so the most charismatic person goes to the speech and then like other people go to the war zone, but it's like no one's charismatic here.
Who is the most charismatic person here? Just out of curiosity.
I think we'll have to discuss splitting up because the thing is if we want to get to the war zone in time to save him, and yet we still have to have somebody there.
Yeah. For
the speech.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it will go terribly, but I do want to meet Robert.
As you were talking.
I was about to say, I think we might meet Robert.
Yeah.
What is everybody's charisma? I'm just curious now. I know one of you has a negative modifier, Shy, right?
Yep, -1.
Yeah, mine's a +0.
Mine is also +0.
Oh, such a charismatic group.
Yay!
As you are seeing the two sisters leave and discussing how charming all of you are, you see an incredibly thin old man in a black robe approach you. Just alms.
You know what? I'll give some alms. Like 10 silver.
Okay. As soon as you put 10 silver in his hand, he grabs your arm and holds on.
I'm
Sir?
I'm moving in a bit.
Well, Vittori has a crossbow out.
Goes, why are you stalking my family?
It's him.
I could see how it would seem like we're doing that, but that is really not what we're doing.
The old man exterior falls away, and you see that he has the head and upper body of a jackal.
Hello, would you by chance be Robert?
We're not talking. I don't answer questions from strangers.
I mean, you just asked us a question,
You
so if we're not talking, then...
The thing is, if you are Robert, I have a message from your mother, but if you aren't, then we'll have to be going now.
A likely story.
And Shai brings out the ring.
Give me a persuasion check. You can make it at advantage because you brought out the ring.
Oh boy.
Oh, good thing we have advantage. And persuasion. That's a 13.
He goes, look, sounds like you robbed and killed my mom too. And his eyes glare and flare at you. And Shai, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh, I get to pick when you use a 1, right? Who gets
No.
one? Or is it for me?
It's
is
for
it
you.
my
It's the
one?
one for you.
Oh, it's my one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
We get to pick when you get a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wisdom save is a 26, and I think
Ooh.
Shai would glare at him and go, if you'd heard of the Order of the Bright Hordes, you would know that I would never lie.
Is that... May I now just fucking tackle him?
Yeah.
Great.
So we could roll initiative, but if you just want to tackle him.
No, I'm just tackling the prince.
Okay. Tackle a prince.
Great. It's technically a contested athletics check.
Okay, he's not a strong boy.
I was gonna say, like, we could deploy his nat 1 there if we wanted.
But it might not be needed.
It might not be needed. So it's a 21 to tackle the boy.
That would have been a 15 for him, so that would be tackled.
All right. Cool. All right.
And
So
I would
he's
think
now...
Shai would be like, all right, Adara, just try not to do too much damage. We want to be... It's like, we want him to believe us. We don't want him hurt too badly.
Are you rolling initiative? Or what are you trying to... Are you trying to pummel him?
I'm not gonna pummel him. I want him to be restrained so he stops hurting my friend.
Okay.
And then hearing Shai say this, Adara just kind of like, I don't know, leaning on this jackal man on the ground at this point is just going to say, like, well, he wasn't listening to reason, so the next step is we bring him back to his mother, unconscious.
Talking about my mother.
Yeah, she sent us here, asshole. We're helping you.
She had visions.
Although,
that all of
granted,
her...
Adara's version of helping might not seem like help on the surface.
I am helping you
have
whether
to-
you like it or not.
He kind of like gives a shrug, like he gets that.
Your mother had visions of all of her children in mortal peril, including you. And she wants you all to come back to where she lives so that you will be safe and also be reunited with her. And that's why we've been talking with your siblings.
So you're not gathering my family up to kill us one by one or in an epic slaughter?
No. In fact, we've uncovered 2 plots to kill
To have...
your siblings so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your 2 reasonable sisters left. We're gonna go find your reasonable brother next.
Shehan?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Likely story. That's where I was going to be taking you.
Why?
I mean, we could go with.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. What?
I mean, that would be great and all, but we also kind of have to save your brother from
The other brother.
being killed
Mm,
tomorrow.
sure.
Because, you know, his speeches about the dissolving the cabinet kind of thing really piss some people off.
Guillaume's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surely.
so, you know, he needs to stop from being killed tomorrow, but we also need to...
Why were you gonna take us to Jehan?
Look, it's really uncomfortable being tied up like this. Can you, like, stop sitting on me?
Do I trust that he's not gonna, like, do something?
You can insight check him.
Sure. 12?
Yeah, you do not trust him.
Maybe you should have done more push-ups before we showed up.
All right, look. I eliminate threats to my family. So now you're telling me there's threats I haven't found out about?
Pretty much.
Yes.
At least one per person.
Yeah. And apparently there's a threat for you as well, so... Congrats on that, I guess.
Well, that's not news. Everybody wants to take me out.
Yeah, well, your mom foresaw one of them being successful.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And maybe that's why the others succeed. Because we don't have a
Maybe, yeah,
timeline on
sure.
this. It's like the only
No.
ones we know when they're going to happen is June's, which is tomorrow, because we overheard people discussing it.
Yeah. And also the one on,
Isabel's manager.
Isabel might have
Yeah.
been tonight, for all we know.
So you
Well-
haven't bewitched my sisters.
No.
No.
So I could catch up with them if you let me go.
Yes.
Yes.
Will you let me go?
I mean, if you're gonna go...
Are you going to catch up with them to reunite with
Yeah.
your mother?
Yeah, I could do that.
Do I believe him?
More inside checks.
Yeah.
Insight check part 2.
You get the vibe that he's feeling pretty defeated at this point.
Great.
Like he feels like
It's
he's
like-
the family assassin, and you've been finding more threats than he has found today.
All right.
It's like, Here's the thing, though. Are we going to have to split up in order to make sure both brothers are safe?
It's looking... But none of us are charismatic.
I mean,
Granted, we're supposed to make a speech tomorrow, not that we'll succeed.
look, the
We did
important
promise
thing...
to make an attempt.
I said, look, he's got such big wings, he'll make a great king. And he said, yeah, you've got the idea. So I don't think he cares whether it's good or not.
Well, I suddenly feel like I can't muster up, like, any kind of compliments to him after
You know, I think it's ours
how
the one
he
that has the
responded
most...
to me, so I don't think I can be at the speech.
You can get up also. I'll like stand up off this guy.
Yeah, it's like, I think possibly Idara's going to actually be the best one to make the speech.
Why would you say such hurtful things?
Because you're the one that came up with the most compliments.
I commented on the one thing of his I was jealous of. I'm out after that.
And plus, you can lie and I can't.
Can is a strong word here. But sure. I will remember forever the day that you made me go talk to a bunch of nobility instead of sending me to an active battle site. And I will find a way to be repaid, but sure.
Adara's so mad.
Well, just so we're all clear.
I mean, it is a couple days journey, so
Oh, true.
yeah, I want to say you could all go together.
That's true.
Okay,
Like,
so basically
12 more hours won't make a huge difference
That's
depending on
true.
how you travel.
That is my counter argument that I present.
Okay,
Well, I
so
mean,
we
if the
stay-
DM says that, and we trust that she won't kill him, like, in the, because of the difference in time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It's not
what
Blades
about
in the Dark. There's no ticking clock over here.
Or is there? What if Robert was playing Blades in the Dark this
Oh my
whole
God.
time?
I think
Oh,
Robert
wow.
is playing Blades in the Dark and losing.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
As you're
Aw.
having this conversation, you see him change into a jackal and just bolt off into the night.
See ya.
Yeet. Goodbye.
Fair journey.
Also, at some point, we do need to sleep, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. We have sleep, regain spells, and yeah, let's prepare a speech
So,
or compliments. I don't know.
yeah, we have no idea how long this speech is supposed to be.
Well, I think people will be appreciative if we make a shorter speech than Guillaume did.
I have a
today.
vision of the Threeflings just going up to the podium and doing the equivalent of Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great!
No.
Just like,
Pretty much.
So where are you planning on spending the night?
Good
I've
question.
been to so many locations and yet not a single tavern.
we're
know what?
nobility. Do we
You know
have
what?
rooms here?
You know what? Let's stop by the university, see if Mouse is still there. Let's see if she has an opinion on where we can spend the night.
What do you mean still?
Well, she was an assistant at the university. She may have gone home by now. Maybe. Granted, there is a rather large library there, so it is quite possible that she's just reading something.
Adara
Mouse-
hears the word mouse and she just gets flashback.
Mouse like from Candlekeep?
Yes. That, I hadn't actually seen her in person before.
What a dick.
Also, she said something about you and Ophelia being my research assistants.
Yeah,
told
she
her
thought that you
wasn't
took us
really-
to. She thought that you took us to the library so we could learn how to fucking read.
I have no idea where she got that impression.
This was 18 months ago, and I'm still mad about it.
Mood. So yeah, if you head back to the university, you definitely will see Mouse asleep on top of a book. Sitting at the desk where you first found her.
Hey, Mouse?
Yes. It's the restroom's that way. Shia Brighthorns. Oh, I'm Tara, and I don't know you. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
It turns out we're spending the night tonight, so do you have any recommendations on where we could find an inn or a
Well,
place
we
to
have
stay?
housing for visiting professors, or you could stay with me. I have a spare room, but if that's weird, that's weird. That was weird. I shouldn't have said that. That was really uncomfortable.
Well,
I'm
I
really
mean,
sorry about that. No, I can tell them that you're visiting professors and have you stay there.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. We wouldn't want to put you out of or put you to too much trouble. The guest professor quarters should do nicely.
Okay, I'll take care of it. And she bolts off, robes trailing behind her,
Oh my god.
and sets you up in a decently appointed room with stained glass and lots of books.
Yay!
I have the strangest feeling this means I will have to be doing guest lectures here at some point. Well, shouldn't be too much of a hardship.
I'm sure Mouse will be the only reference you need.
She
Mouse just writes up a reference letter, but it's all in all caps.
Oh.
was she this enthusiastic when you met her?
About you? Yes.
Oh, I'm not sure how to react to this.
You have a fan.
I'm not sure how to react to that.
Neither was I. I've made my peace with it now, but that was also like a year ago.
Made my peace with it, but also I still hold a grudge.
I made my peace with the part where Shy has a fan, but I still hold a grudge about the part where Shy, or we were deemed Shy's charity projects instead of like, equals.
So, flash forward to the next morning. You are back in the castle. Guillaume is very excited to see you. So, yes, it's time. You ready for your speech? And you see lots of nobles there, dozens, in fact. And there's kind of a hullabaloo.
Mm-hmm. So, speech.
Ladies, gentlemen, fellow nobles, and guests and guards, these fine duchesses of Atirat have come to tell us how things are done in their country and how we could learn from them. The duchesses of Atirat. And there's some applause.
Yeah, Shy. How does our government work?
Shy would actually know how the government of Acheron works. I'm not sure this is the speech that would help win over the crowd to Guillaume's side, but you know what? Shy could give a very informative speech about how the government works in Acheron.
Please.
Do you want me to make a roll?
Yeah! Give me a history roll.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind that after Adara and Victoria left, Atirat, Shy did stay behind and, read books in their library.
Yep,
and
exactly.
I assume also just exist in their culture for a bit.
That'd be a 22. I mean, this is probably one of the most boring speeches ever.
I think, if anything, we're trying to get you to make it boring.
You see some nobles falling asleep, and even Guillaume is like just baffled looking at you. After a while, he comes and goes, "Yes, thank you. That was wonderful."
It's like, I thought we agreed that Adara was making the speech.
He asked us a question. I didn't know the answer.
And with that in mind, please cast your votes. What the fuck was that?
You asked how the government was run.
And I knew how the government was run, so I answered.
Yeah, she's the only one who knows how the government is run.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, this is why I wanted Adara to make the speech. She was the one that was going to talk you up.
But then he asked a question I didn't know the answer to, so my hands were tied.
So, the vote to dissolve Parliament passes overwhelmingly.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Even
Ooh.
speech.
And, as well, I'm not gonna say I couldn't have done it without you, because clearly that was not at all helpful. But
You don't know that.
thank you for your support. And, yes, I can go see my mother now. Be happy to tell her that, the full light, the true ruler, an absolute monarch coming home to see her. So-
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
sure she'll be very proud.
With my entourage, we'll get that on the way.
Given that her prophecy was about someone close to you betraying you, like, rethink
Yeah, the
the
fact that-
entourage?
Yeah, the entourage, the people that
Yeah, who is in this
we were
entourage?
My servants and fellow nobles, a few, ladies, gentlemen, and, members of the court who are friendly to me.
As long as the fellow nobles don't have a crest of, what was it, Vittori?
Dragon, lion, and
Horse and boar?
Horse and boar.
Yeah, you should leave those behind.
Well, anything for you. Friends of my mom. Friends of me. You'll always be welcome here. Yes. Come, we have a celebration to get to. And what's everybody's passive? I know Adara's is 19. What's everyone else's?
Passive perception?
14.
Okay.
What is mine? I'll get to this tab. 15.
Okay. So, Adara and Vittori, you see a couple of other nobles that seem to be coming out of a spell of some sort, shaking their heads with confusion. And you hear some mutters about, like, the Devil Prince got his plan passed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't bring anyone with you, my dude.
Yeah. You're gonna get killed along the way.
They are actively muttering about it, and we are still in the same room.
Well, suppose we'll get that taken care of when I return. Thank you for your service. And
Sure
he
thing.
takes flight and starts to, because I suppose I could go on my own. Rough it for change.
Builds
Traveling
character.
light. Yeah.
You'll get that nice beachy texture in your hair.
Also, since you have wings and I assume none of your entourage does, that means you can, go have a fly on your own and you don't have to worry about people needing to catch up with you.
Would be refreshing. Isabella and I always like to fly together.
Oh, you might actually catch up to her.
Yeah.
She's on her way. She's on her way now too.
We'll speak no more. And he takes like a running leap and flies off into the air.
Please
Oh,
never
yeah.
come back.
It's a good job. You just solved democracy.
Yay!
Wait, come back! No.
It's like the thing is, he's gone now. They could just restore the cabinet and.
Yeah.
Be like, well, the prince is gone, so I guess like his
Yeah.
last act should just be revoked, and now we just have a parliament.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Time
So
to go find the lost brother.
Yep.
So, after a couple days of travel, you see evidence of some military skirmishes, like some trenches, some wagon tracks. And you find yourself at a camp with several tents, one that is noticeably larger than the rest, like taller.
Princely,
Specifically.
perhaps?
Or the generals always have the largest tent, right?
They do.
So let's go.
What was the lowest passive? Was it 12?
I think it's mine, 14.
14? Okay. So, Shy, as you're walking through, you all see people like sharpening weapons, a couple people sparring. Shy, you hear some people grumbling about the big ox and not taking orders from him. The other two of you also hear that, but you see two soldiers in particular planning something for the Monster Prince tonight.
They truly do not hide the fact that they want to do a murder, huh?
No. Can I like get a little closer and hear more specifically what they're planning?
Give me a stealth check if you're trying to be sneaky, because you are a giantly tall tiefling, not in
Yep.
uniform.
I am also gonna do that.
Cousins
Just two cousins hear that and
Like,
just start crouching.
I am not going to be
Just
stealthy.
start
I'm going to
slow.
keep continuing towards that tent because, you know what? Any attempt of mine to be stealthy is just going to make things more
Sure.
difficult for them.
I got a 10.
That is a 13.
Okay, and that was a 10 for Idara.
Yep.
Okay. Where's their passive? So they see you when you arrive.
Do they see both of us?
No,
Okay.
they do not see Vittori.
It's fine. I did this on purpose as a decoy.
They see you go, hey, here to sign up. There's better armies, you know.
Seems like a weird thing to say given that you're part of this army.
Well, excellent armies, just, you know, you could be in a better outfit. But we're always hiring mercs. So if you're here to work with us, you can go talk to the boss or his right hand. They're at the far end. Can't miss them.
Great, thanks. I will conspicuously start walking toward that way.
Okay. Catch up with Shy.
This is going as intended.
Italy.
So Vittori, you overhear them talking about spreading the word to get a couple more on board. But tonight is the night. This ends now.
Damn, so like even if they don't get a few more on board, they're still gonna do it? Incredible. Great plan.
It's like they're determined.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if we had some more people, but who we can't convince we can buy.
Yikes.
Like mercs.
Cool thing to say about regicide.
Yeah.
He's
Top
not
10
even
things to
Crown
say
Prince.
about regicide. Right. After like Vittori lingers a while to see if they say anything more, and if when they don't, she's like, "Okay, time to follow the others into the tent then." Because yikes, we have to warn.
So you see a couple guards outside of the tent. They're also dressed like soldiers, but one is wearing a royal guard uniform similar to what you saw back at the castle. And he is outside the tent. Are you going to go into the tent?
Hello.
Or
Yeah.
Well, we might want to linger a bit to allow Vittori to catch up and then go in.
It's true. I guess just awkwardly. Hello, we're gonna want to come in a sec, but there's 3 of us and we're waiting on a 3rd one to catch up. That's why we're standing here.
are you mercs?
Yeah, we want to talk to the boss, but don't want to have the same conversation twice. That's why we're new people just loitering in front of the big tent.
Hello.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Hi, I'm here now. We can go in.
He goes, give me just a second. It was General. New recruits. And opens the tent flap. And leaning over a massive table of battle plans in full military regalia, you see a Minotaur.
Good.
Is this the first time we've met one?
Yes. So you see a very big, tall, strong man with a bull head.
Nice.
Idara does have
Do you
half a
ever
moment
think
of
about
like
how?
big.
Do you ever think about how like the creature being called a minotaur implies that King Minos exists?
Right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In fantasy France.
In fantasy France.
Yeah.
Minotaurs are how tall?
They're very tall. They're large creatures.
Dang. All right. So yeah,
That's
I think
why
we
his
could
tent is
safely
so
say
big.
that
Aw.
he's taller than Adara.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely taller than Idara. So she has a moment where she just has to be like, "I'm not the tallest person here." Rude.
And he has horns too. Damn.
Yeah. Fuck.
So I'm
He's got
assuming
both
we're
my
entering-
assets.
I mean, does he
I-
have the sharp teeth though?
Maybe.
No,
Oh, good.
he does not. Just sharp horns and a sharp great axe.
Mm-hmm. I assume we're entering the tent, and as soon as the tent flap kind of goes is closed again, I think Shai would take a few steps forward and say, General, we actually have a message for you.
Ah, yes, messengers, please. I'll take that. You didn't have to come all this way, though. You could have given it to my sergeant at arms, but yes, thank you.
This is a more personal message, and Shai will take a step forward and show the ring.
This is my mother's ring.
Yes, we have a message from her.
How is she? Is she alive?
She is alive. She is well. She misses you, but the reason for the message is she has been having visions of her children in mortal peril, and she wants you all to come join her to prevent your deaths from happening.
His, big cow eyes well up huge. She's all this time. She hasn't vanished. Oh. Yes, I have to go to her. I have to, but, I would leave one of my lieutenants in charge, but, it's not a good time. The title of prince doesn't go as far as it used to, and neither does the title of general. Appearances matter more now than they used to, and I regret that I'm no longer sure who I can trust.
Yeah, on the way here, I did overhear a bunch of people saying that they wanted to, kill you, or, at least overthrow you tonight.
So this might be more urgent than I was expecting.
Yeah, it always is.
It's a good thing we didn't wait another 12 hours.
Did you take note of who they were?
Oh, did I?
I remember their faces.
You probably both have a description at least.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know names.
So you could point them out?
Yes.
Yeah, but they said, or Vittori said they were going to be alerting others, right? So.
Yeah, they wanted to, get a few more people, and if they can't, convince some people, they'll, buy them. So
we only have to tonight.
Yes. Unfortunately.
So we'll have to be ready for them then.
Indeed.
They're planning to ambush us. We'll have to ambush them. I wouldn't want to get you involved in this. Thank you for my mother's message. I would... Clearly, things here are more dangerous than I expected.
I mean, we're here. We can get involved.
You
Yeah,
can volunteer
we're here
to get involved. We really want to see you safely to your mother.
Yeah, and we are capable fighters, especially Adara, who is an actual fighter.
I'm here to perform my
Yeah, we
function, sir.
All right, well... Did you get any idea of their numbers?
Like they're...
So...
Oh, I
How many of them
now.
are coming?
I was like, I do not know their ID numbers. We just got here.
I mean, you heard two people talking. They were talking about recruiting a couple more people, so we can assume it's probably going to be somewhere from a half dozen to a dozen people, just from that.
It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Truly.
Well, I'm sorry. Have you told my sisters that our mother's alive? Did you tell my big brother?
Yes.
Yes. You are the last one because you are the first away from the city.
Yes, we talked to Guillaume first. He decided he really needed to wait one more day before heading out, but we did see him safely away. Your sisters both departed the night before, after Isabeau's performance, and Robert ambushed us. And once we explained the situation properly, he went after your sisters.
He's a funny little guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I like him.
He kind of reminds me of Adara.
Rude.
Well, I'm glad that they know and they're safe. So good. We just have to worry about us then. Form a plan of action. And he starts to move the battle map that he'd been looking at to one side and starts drawing hastily what the camp looks like. So, we need a new plan of attack. Any ideas?
Just looking over the map, I think Shy would probably try and come up with something of a bait ambush kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Victoria's thinking about how like the door of the flaps to the tent are like a choke point, basically. Sort of, hopefully like they'll like reveal their plans, or like we force them to reveal the plans before they get into the tent so that we can, deal with them easily.
Okay. Then we can fast forward to tonight.
Oh,
unless
boy.
Adara
Yeah, it's like
Adara...
if he's gonna stay in the center of the tent and kind of be the bait, then we're gonna be in the corners.
Yeah.
Okay,
Adara,
so you'll be in the tent.
Yeah.
Adara just offers to like try and do a bit more recon to figure out like more specifics for numbers and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Recon would probably be the best course of action during the time skip.
Yeah.
And I think Shy should stay in the tent just in case they decide to ambush a bit early and have heals on hand.
Yeah, I definitely, when we're expecting them, I definitely want to be by the door or like at the door. Like I want to be the choke point. You can come too, Jahan. I feel like you're also a useful choke point holder.
Also, I'm away from the choke point just so that he doesn't get killed.
Yeah, it's true. You be not at the choke point. I got this. I'm sure you're very big and strong. But if we're here to protect you, then we probably shouldn't put you in front,
I have some of my own trusted people that I can have assist us as well. But if you'd rather, then
you could have them outside the tent.
Therefore, yeah, because also your mom's vision was like that everyone would get betrayed by someone close to them. So like, we did just have to talk your older brother off a ledge for bringing like 30 people with him to travel. So kind of similar boat in my head.
Yeah.
Understood.
Also, like, we got this. No offense to your army, but we got this.
No offense, we can take down an army.
Yeah, we can take down your army. Like, we saw them.
At that, he kind of just puts his head down, and you see like a little cowtail go between his legs.
No, wait, I didn't mean it like a rude thing. I just look. Sorry. Fuck. I'm a cocky asshole.
It's like, listen,
I'm overestimating our abilities for the sake of.
If this was your entire army, I'm sure we would not have a chance. But
it's a very good army.
This seems to be like the less intelligent portions, and just a fraction.
They probably weren't trying very hard for their training exercises because they didn't like believe, So these are like, we're just weeding out the wusses.
They also seem quite racist anyway. So like, really, would you trust?
And everyone knows that makes you worse at sword fighting.
Of your army?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go forward. So, Adara, you were scoping around. Give me either, how are you getting this information? Are you talking to people or listening to people?
Definitely listening.
Okay.
I'm just, my plan is to eavesdrop from further away than they think that I can hear them, but I'm observant.
Give me a perception check.
All right. Not great. 19.
Okay. So you get that there are 3 nobles involved.
Okay.
Every time you've seen any of these nobles, they have 2 guards.
Each?
Yeah. And you know that each of them are bringing soldiers with them.
I can't get a gauge for how many is soldiers.
About 1 to 3 apiece.
Okay. Oh,
So from their retinue.
Oh, yeah. Does Shy know Fireball? Does Vittori know Fireball?
No. But I do have Hail of Thorns. I've never had a good reason to use it, but I do have Hail of Thorns.
Okay. So, night comes. And, where are you all positioned?
Door.
I think there was the table in the center of the tent, right?
Yep. It can be
Victoria's got to
movable.
be behind that. So,
Okay.
like, out of sight.
Shy
Okay.
would be in a kind of far corner.
That's where I put you on my little myself map.
Mhm.
I want to be
Okay.
at the door, but like kind of half a step back so that they can come into the room so everyone else can see them too.
Okay. I didn't know if you were going to try and take them out before they got into the room.
I kind of want to, but I also want the rest of the people to be able to do something, unlike last combat.
Oh, they will.
Okay.
So, here's your Jess map that I just drew.
Yay.
Oh, we have a chess map. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay!
So that's where you all are. Here's all the people coming to you.
Great.
Here's his guards. There's him. There's Vittori. And there's his other guard.
All right.
The tower defense portion of the campaign?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, then yeah, I will be like in the doorway.
Okay. So these guys are not really bothering to sneak up. They start pretty much just marching up. And you hear Jehan gives you like a nod. He says, it's time.
Okay.
It's time to begin. Isn't
You hear Silva like, all right, Big Ox, come on out. Prove you're man enough to lead this army and didn't just get it from your daddy.
Damn.
So are we heading out, or are we getting them to come in like we
Just-
planned?
Open the door.
I
Hello?
I also realized I have the spell Spike Growth, so we can also put that down.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's roll initiative, shall we?
sounds good.
Yeah.
Is this where you want me to have a nat one, or do you want it another time?
I kind of.
Are you rolling all of them at the same, like, for the same initiative?
No.
I think we need to remember to use your nat 1 during the combat, but also probably
Yeah.
not the initiative.
Yeah.
I got a 21 on my initiative.
Damn. I got a 1 anyway.
I got a natural 20 on my initiative, which is the most useless place to get a nat 20, but I'll take it.
Mandatory
So,
first.
I
yeah,
got
that
a
is
10.
I think a 25 for initiative.
Nice.
Okay.
And,
Adara,
like,
what'd you
by
get?
the way,
21.
Shy has no AoE spells.
Okay.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few that I never use. 'Cause it
That would be a
always
good
feels like
time.
overkill.
Come on.
It's like, meanwhile, I have a 10, so I'm just gonna be over here sipping tea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we're just waiting for Jess to write down all of these initiatives.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. I've got it. I've got them in chunks. So, Vittori, you are up first.
Alright, so for once, I am not going to open up with. See, maybe I should just because, I get my extra attack on the first round, so I shouldn't. So I should do all of my attacks. So let's do that, and then I'll do all my fancy shit next round. So I guess I'm just firing at the first person through the door, or
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine that initiative kicked off with Adara opening up the tent flap and was like, "What was that? I heard some farts." No coherent
I
words.
was about to say, Adara, have any good taunts?
Yeah. Does a 16 hit?
Let's see. So if you're aiming at the first people,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Does a 17 hit them?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so first one misses, second attack hits successfully. I'm Hunter's Marking and my D10s here. So the first attack would be 15 points of damage.
Sweet.
And then my third attack, being a Gloomstalker, that is 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And then that, and then D8. That is another 16 points of damage.
Okay. All right. All right, Adara, you are up.
All right.
Unless you have a bonus action. Did you want to cast the thorns or whatever, Vittori?
I've already cast Hunter's Mark this turn.
Oh, okay.
So I can't.
How far away are all of they?
You can get to. Yeah, you can get to them.
I kind of want to hold the doors so they don't get around me though.
Okay.
So I think I would like to delay my turn until at least one of them is in my face.
Yeah, it's we could take pot shots from in here and just taunt them to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Shy, you are up.
Yeah, so they are within 60 feet, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so summoning my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And going to hit one of them upside the head with a book.
Yeah, do it.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Are you aiming at the same one that Vittori hit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
And if they're still up, I'm going. I'm gonna do a Sacred Flame.
Okay.
With my new wand, even.
Hell yeah.
So that is a 26 to hit.
Oh.
And another 6 points of damage, this time radiant.
Okay. And at that, he will go down.
Hell yeah.
And it's just aw, falling asleep already.
You could say he went down in an earlier round.
Oh.
Hey.
At this point, two of Jehan's guards are going to go in. They were guarding the tent. They're going to go off and engage with some of the other.
I'm so glad they didn't betray us.
Yeah. So they're now over there. And we'll just let them fight that out. His veteran is going to duck under the tent and come inside to help you all out. His right hand lieutenant lady. And he is going to hold his turn as well.
Because we want them to come in.
Yeah.
All right, now from the A crew, these 3 veterans are going to run in. Let's see what they do.
They're going to
See
try.
how many hold actions pop off now.
Yeah, let's see. So one is gonna run in and try and attack Adara,
All right.
and he might hit. Because I think a 22 is gonna hit.
It does.
I was almost gonna be petty and make you use it on that one here, but I'm not sure this is the
no.
best to use.
That is 12 slashing damage.
All right. He's made his first and only mistake.
And he misses with his next attack. And then your held action goes off, right?
Yeah, now I get my whole ass turn. So, he took a chop at me. I'm gonna take a swing at him.
Do it.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Do these guys look like the most proficient fighters, or does it seem like they're okay and there are other stronger fighters like elsewhere in the pack?
So taking a look, you see it's pretty clear how these guys are delineated. You see that these who are rushing you seem to be mercenaries, like hardened soldiers. Further in the back are the nobles that are wearing like house guard uniforms.
Okay, and I would expect the nobles to be better or worse at fighting?
Worse at fighting, for
Cool.
sure. But they are the ones with the money.
All right, then I'm going to need this mercenary to make me a strength save.
So
as
these
I'm
are the
going
people that are paid to die.
Got it. As I'm going to trip him.
Ooh, and he gets to use athletics for that? Or it's a save.
It's a strength save.
So that's 18.
You just passed, but you do still take the damage, so you will take math 15, 21 points of damage.
Okay. I'll say, unless you wanted me to use my nat 1. There.
No. I'm
Okay.
gonna be harassing so many more dudes.
Okay.
All right, next attack. That's a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Please take another 11 points of magic silver slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bite him.
Okay, do it.
Whoa, 19 on the die to bite.
That will hit.
Definitely hits. Please take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay, and he goes down.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. Is anyone else nearby?
Oh yeah, 3 of these soldier dudes just ran in, but only one of them got an attack on you before your action went off.
Okay, then that's my turn.
Okay, then 2 more of them are going to try and attack you.
All right.
Since you are blocking the way. That guy's going to super fail. And 16 does not hit you,
No.
but 22 does.
Yep.
So that's the wrong die. There we go. 10 more slashing damage, please.
All right. Meat tank.
And then the next group, 2 of these are occupied. They're gonna fire arrows at you.
All right.
How about that?
Oh, they have range attack.
Huh?
They have range. Wow, they're not complete morons.
And I think 2. Oh, does an 18 hit you?
No.
Okay, then none of them hit.
Nice.
And the other 3 are dealing with those guards that came over. So it is, and you see the guards and the nobles are staying back, like they're letting the hardened soldiers handle this. So Vittori, you are up.
Alright, so I'm just gonna spend my turn doing spike growth. So basically, in a 20-foot radius in the point of my choosing, which is, the 10th left, but like in a way that doesn't hurt Adara, it becomes twist and sprouts hard spikes and thorns, which for Vittori, they're like, it's like demonic energy, like red energy, like spouts up from the ground. Basically, it becomes difficult terrain, so it's harder for them to get across. And when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Oh, sweet. So they like all
Yeah.
take that right away, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
No save on that one.
Yeah.
Do you want to just roll me that 2d4?
Yeah. That's 4 damage.
Okay. How big is that area?
20 feet. And, for every 5 feet, they get 2d4, so... If they move, then they'll take more,
You said 5
basically.
damage, and I wrote down 20 damage.
Jeez.
That was incorrect.
If only.
Yeah, if only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any-
Just severs all their Achilles tendons.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, if they move, they are in a world of pain.
Yeah. That does not hit the ones inside the tent, right? Just the ones outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I try to hit the ones inside the tent, then that would also hit Adara, and I don't want that.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that takes up my whole action.
Adara, you are up.
Oh yeah, because alright, then I'm just gonna take 2 swings at whoever is closest to me.
Okay.
This is... I don't know, I guess I rolled both of them at the same time. One of them's a natural 20, and the other one's a 12.
Okay, well, the 20 will hit for sure.
Yeah, so the 20 is gonna be, 18 points of magic silver slashing damage.
Okay.
And the 12 with my modifier is a 21.
That will hit.
Cool. Please take 12 points of magic silver slashing damage.
Okay, so 12 and 18, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna bite.
Was that one for each of them? Or for the same guy?
Same guy.
Oh, okay. Let me reassign that one. Okay, cool. Give him a bite.
Yeah, give him a bite. I'm also gonna... Nah, I'll do this after. So that is 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Draz, I remembered you still have a crit from another game.
Oh, I do, you're
I was
right.
supposed to remind you. There you go.
Thank you for the reminder.
And then how many, like, seasoned mercenaries do there seem to be total?
Total?
Yeah.
Alive? 1, 2, 6.
6 alive. Okay.
6 alive.
There.
There were 9. So good job.
Yeah. All right, then that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on my action surge a bit longer. Yeah.
Shy, you're up.
I want to hit one of the nobles in the face with my book.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Ashen. Yeah, give him a hit.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's max damage plus a roll, right?
Yes.
That's how we're doing that. So that will be total 24 points of damage.
Yeah, that noble's dead.
Beat you to the brain with a book. And feeling really good about that, Shy is going to cast Guiding Bolt on one of the enemies near Dara.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna request the healthy one.
yes, the healthy one. So I need to roll to hit that, and that's 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that will hit.
So that's 19 points of radiant damage, and the next attack is made at advantage. on
Is
that
this the
person.
same one she was hitting or the other one?
The fresh one.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
It's like, hey, Zara, I'm lighting that one up for you.
Yeah, I see it. I'm getting to it later.
All right. At that point, let's see. Do you want Jehan's help, or would you still be telling him to stay out of the way? Because there's now a fight in his tent.
If them reach him, then he can deal with them. But other than that, because like it's so messy in there that like he might accidentally get hurt by friendly fire. Is my worry.
Okay.
Yeah, he shouldn't leave the tent. But
So
also,
it's like if any get past Adara, then he's welcome to attack.
Yeah.
But try and stay away from the tent flap.
Adara does also kind of want to see him in action because we've never met a Minotaur before.
Yeah, you see him just like kind of standing like with his axe, and his buddy with him is like, just hang on, it's okay, just hold on. See what they can do. And you see him just like kind of flexing and like he really wants to use something with that axe, and you see like muscles kind of rippling underneath his uniform. And looking out, you see that the two guards that went to fight some of those nobles are no more. They did not survive the encounter with the soldiers.
Well,
and now the guys who are in the tent with Adara are gonna try and whack at her again.
Yeah.
It's amusing that they won't like go for the Minotaur.
They want to, but she's in the way.
Oh yeah, true. They just can't.
Executing the plan.
So that's a nat 20.
How about it's a natural 1 instead?
Nat 1!
Oh!
Thank you, Tyler!
Thank you.
So, I'll even give you the effect. What happens when he does the nat 1? Is he going to drop his weapon? Is he going to accidentally hit his friend?
I would find it very funny if he just straight up face planted.
Okay. I love it. Let's do it.
Tripped over his own feet.
Yep.
He will absolutely do that. So he is now prone. Exactly. As he swings for you and falls. And the other one is going to hit, but it's not a natural 20.
All right. That's fine then.
Oh wait, that was going to be that guy's second attack, right? Because they get 2 attacks. But I can't do that anymore because it would be a disadvantage. And that's a super fail at disadvantage anyway.
Excellent.
So, yes, the one who did hit. Let's roll his second attack just to see. Does 19 hit you?
No.
Damn, look at you with the high AC.
I've got an AC of 20.
Holy shit.
It goes ting off her shield.
7 slashing damage.
All right.
And then you see that the whole group that had the noble die, the guards also just leave now that
they're not getting paid anymore.
Hell yeah.
And the 2 that were firing arrows also leave. So that whole group is now gone.
Hell yeah.
And they take damage as they're leaving. Okay.
Oh no.
Do you want me to roll that?
Sure. If you want to, if you're gonna like go after them.
No. Well, they all take 3 damage as they leave.
Okay. And they're like,
Usually you'll be like, don't let the door hit you on your way out, but like,
We
please let the
didn't
thorns
sign up
hit you
for
on your
this.
way out.
Seeing that moving is not a good plan, the other trained soldiers are, one is gonna fire an arrow at Adara, and that is going to miss because that's an 18. And the other is starting to roll me. What was that damage? What was the damage you just rolled for moving?
3.
Is that for every 5 feet?
Yes. So if they want to move the 20 feet, then they have to take just 8d4? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. He actually can't go that far then. So yeah, that would be enough damage to make him dead. He was gonna try and sneak around the back to fire an arrow, but I'll say he takes a step takes 3 damage, sees all of the thorns ahead, and realizes what a terrible idea that is.
Fair.
And is instead going to fire a wild shot and just absolutely miss.
Hell yeah.
And now
Man, Spike Growth's good.
it's Vittori's turn.
You think, oh, it's just a few d4, it's fine. And then you think, oh, wait. That
Every
could be
5
8
feet.
D4. Yeah. Oh, okay. Back to the shooting. So how many people are in the tent right now?
There is one who is prone and one who is lit up with advantage.
Okay.
There's also Shy, Adara,
Yeah.
you, Shehan, and his right-hand lady.
Yeah.
You don't know this, but I have a plan for the one with the advantage.
Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna say that because Shy did say something about, like, for Adara.
Hey, Adara, I lit
and
him
then
up for you.
Pick her for a bit, so I'm gonna go with the prone one. Oh god, what's prone with range again? Is it advantage or is it
Oh,
disadvantage?
it's disadvantage if you're ranged.
If you're ranged.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's fine. You can attack the glowy one.
Yeah,
No,
just
it's
switch
fine.
them up.
Just switch
I mean, like,
Just switch
Look,
them up,
look,
it's
look,
fine.
I mean, Adara's
Look,
gonna get advantage
I
either way,
have
so...
a nat 20 that I feel like I'm not gonna use any time else in this fight anyway.
That's
so I'm just
true.
gonna use that nat 20 on the prone one.
Fair.
So the disadvantage doesn't matter. How about that?
There we
To
go.
waste the nat 20 on a disadvantage roll.
Yeah.
No, go for it.
So that's a net. So it's max damage plus.
Plus roll on top.
Okay, yeah.
Going to die.
He's just gonna die.
He's going to die.
Yeah, probably. So max damage on my normal attack is yeah, that's a dirty. That's 20 damage. Is my
Yeah, he's super dead.
Good.
Goodbye.
Anything else?
I have a second attack, but like, is there any? There wouldn't be anyone else that I can hit from here, right?
Well, you.
There's the glowing guy, and then there's 2 guys outside the tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old soldiers. Plus, you could fire a shot at either of the nobles.
Okay, yeah, I'll fire one of out the tent at one of the others then. Like,
Okay. One of the
I
other
don't know
soldiers.
how you're chunking them, so I don't know like what's the best one to hit, but you know.
Look at my beautiful map.
Oh my god, it's even better than the last time we saw it.
Hell yeah. That is a 24. Does that hit?
Who were you firing at? It will
Um,
hit. I just want to know.
So the ones outside are the guards and nobles.
Guards and nobles and 2 veteran soldiers who were
Okay, I'm
trying
firing
to
one
like
of the veterans.
come around, but
Yeah.
got stuck in the spike growth.
Yeah, okay, I'm targeting one of the veterans.
Okay.
That is 16 damage.
Okay. There is a very injured one and a moderately injured one. Well, the very injured one is actually the one closest to you. So,
Yeah, so I'll hit that one.
okay, 16 damage.
Yep.
Cool. Let me see. He's super close to dead, but he's not dead yet. All right. Adara, you are up. You have a glowing man with advantage
I
right
do.
next to you.
I do. And then I look back and I see Jahan just like flexing his minotaur muscles, just really wants to smash something. And I want to take my first action and I want to just grab this guy by like the armor equivalent of the lapels and just like chuck him at the minotaur. Be like, here, you get one. Calm down.
And you get enemy, and you get enemy.
Give me an athletics check
Sure.
to throw this guy.
Does this count as the thing that uses advantage, or can that wait for Jahan?
I think it specifically says the next attack, so since you're not exactly attacking, I'll say no.
I'm making a reposition combat maneuver.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. 25.
Yeah, you definitely throw him up in the air.
All right.
And Jahan can get advantage without even being reckless now, which is pretty
Yay.
great. And yeah,
Great.
he is gonna gore, not even great axe. He just tears through that guy with his great axe and is gonna take him out, I think.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. I could roll it, or I could just say it was epic and it happened. I rolled it and it happened.
And it was epic.
I mean, it's 2d12 plus 4. So it happened. And that guy just goes into pieces and he's like, yeah, teamwork!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was badass. All right, now I got to do something cool. Fuck. All right. Turn back around. That was my first attack, I guess.
Yeah.
So is anyone else present with me, or have they both died?
They have both died.
All right. Who's next closest? I want to find the next two veterans.
Okay, they're outside.
How
You
far
might
away?
need to use
spike
your
growth.
bow for this, or else you'll get
Yeah.
hurt by spikes.
How far away are they?
I was thinking they're about 20 feet.
Okay. So it's,
It was enough that it would make them dead if they walk through the spike growth.
all right. Then I'm going to take out a hand axe and just chuck it at one for my next attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to menace that one, so I need him to make me a wisdom save.
There is a
Oh,
barely injured one and a grievously injured one.
well,
Which
I was
one are you
aiming for
throwing?
the grievously injured one, but I don't think this hits, because hand axe, that's a 11.
No.
I rolled very badly.
Oh no!
All right, it's fine. Then I'm going to... kind of tempted, since I can't bite anyone with my bonus action because no one's like here, I'm in a second wind.
Sorry.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. I'm in a second wind, and that activates my circlet of the cephalopod sanctum. So, I just, like, cloud of ink appears over the door in a 15-foot cube.
Oh my god.
Doorway is
Okay.
blocked.
I'm
will also-
glad that Ink could be with us today, even if they're not playing.
Yeah. I have blind sight while I'm in the cloud, so I can still see fine. It's gonna
Okay.
slowly drift outwards away from the tent. Because
To
it
make-
travels 5 feet around.
Okay, so it's a blind sight cloud thing, right?
Yeah. So, like,
Okay.
I can see through it, but it's just, like, black ink for everyone else.
Okay, cool.
And I heal a bit.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Because I've been shot several times.
You have. And stabbed.
And stabbed.
Shy, you're up.
All right. Probably have to move a bit to see around the cloud that's going around. But you know what? Beating that noble with the book did such a good job. I'm going to try and do that for the next one.
Do it.
Oh, and that's a natural one.
Oh no.
Mm.
Is that ink cloud?
That's
Sorry.
It's not gonna do it.
Nope. Misses by a mile, but there's a book that's floating above this guy's head, just shaking its pages at him. And you know what? I'm gonna try Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
Cause, yeah, you know what? On the same person.
Okay.
It's just like, I distracted you with the book, and now I'm going to try and hit you with a Guiding Bolt. Uh-huh, that's gonna hit. That's a 27.
Ooh, yeah. That will hit.
Okay. Okay.
He is upset that his guard could not jump in front of him to take the hit.
That is 20 points of radiant damage.
And that was to a noble?
That was to a noble.
Yeah, noble's dead.
F.
They have 9 hit points.
Wow, we're really just overkilling them, huh?
Yep.
Anything else, my dear?
That'll be it for now.
Okay. So, at that point, that guy's guards leave. Although they can't because of the spike growth, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, they
sit
can
down.
leave out. It would take a little bit for them. They would take like 5 damage, but they can get out. One of the veterans cannot because he will die if he moves.
It's okay. I rolled 2 1s on my D4, so if anyone just needs 5 feet, they just take 2 damage.
Okay. And Yeah, I'll say these veterans are stuck here, but drop their weapons.
So
Nice.
surrendering.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
I'll
call.
say one of them heads out. The other one is too injured to actually do anything. So he just drops his weapons and stays. The last noble just kind of goes, "Go! Do something!" And his guards kind of look at him confusedly. And then they're both going to throw spears at Adara because they don't want to walk on this spike growth.
Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. So,
Because it's ink. They can't see me.
yeah, so 16's not going to hit you.
Nope.
And a 7 will definitely not hit you. So their spears just kind of fall to the ground.
Excellent.
Sillily. And then Vittori's up again.
I was thinking of maybe dropping my spike growth just because, you know, Dara can't fucking do half of her shit.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I'm seeing that the spike growth is really effective, so I'm just gonna keep it up.
Keep it
and,
up.
Like, and shoot a noble. Because that noble can eat shit. Really. That is a 24.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And that is 9 damage.
That's exactly what you needed.
Nice.
Eee.
And he goes down. At which point his guards kind of look at each other and are like, drop their weapons and put their hands up.
Does that mean that everyone has surrendered by this point?
Yes, or is dead.
Yay.
Hell yeah. Combat solved.
We did it.
It looks like all we had to do was kill the rich. But, you know.
Yeah.
What have we learned
Funny
today?
out in my adventures.
Jahan, your brother's next.
Well, that was... You fight good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry
too.
you didn't get really fight, but, you know.
You
Turns out,
got one very impressive hidden.
yeah. But bottlenecks, really effective. Maybe they should have planned better.
Yep. Like, it's a tent.
No.
You can just, like, come in under the walls anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the spike
like the
growth
walls are
really
sturdy.
helped keep them in one place.
Yeah,
That was
nicely
great.
done.
Yeah.
That came in clutch.
Yeah. That's not a spell I use, really, so, because I've never really been in a situation that needed it, so I'm really glad that, like, it was, you know, really helpful for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And the book thing, my sister used to throw books at me, but they didn't hurt as bad as that looked like it hurt.
Well, this is my spiritual weapon. I think that lends it a little bit of an extra oomph.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for this. It's
Yeah.
disappointing.
Hey, but, cheers to you being alive. We'll take out the whiskey.
Hey! Yeah! And he gives his lieutenant a hug. He says, we'll have to send something to their families. And he points to the guards that he lost. But toast, and Lieutenant, can you take over while I go away on family business? She gives him kind of a nod and says, of course. Anything. Well, tonight we'll drink to the dead.
And tomorrow we will celebrate the living.
I'm all for that. On your way back to Melusine. Actually, I'll just do that next time. I was gonna say, you meet a very flustered courier, but we'll start next episode with that.
They
with
just
a new
throw a
letter.
letter in your face and run.
It is like, wait, what's your name?
Just like, damn it, you again, here. And it's that same tabaxi girl in boots.
In boots, because of course.
Aw.
You arrive at Melusine's palace with Jehan. And you see it is decorated. There are flowers everywhere. Obviously, the other siblings got there before you. And there is a feast waiting for you. Isabel is singing, and Melusine invites you in. You succeeded. You saw them for more than what they appear. You saw who they really are.
Funny just to hear that during this campaign where it's like, the Threeflings aren't gonna think twice about, oh, that's a Minotaur, that's
like,
a
yeah,
hockey.
but she doesn't know us.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Adara's only second thought about any of them, I mean, like, other than the one where she was like, hey, tiefling friend, followed by like, never mind, fuck this guy. It was just like, big, tall.
When Jehan goes in, Colette goes, hey, think fast! And immediately turns him into a tiny mouse. And then immediately reverts him back, much to great amusement. Melusine gives you 500 gold for each child you return to her.
Oh my god.
That's a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of money.
Jess, we have so much money.
I know. Shopping next week.
Ooh.
She as well extends to you, and it's a good thing Ophelia isn't here, because she already has this. A staff of the python.
A second snake!
Perfect.
Guillaume.
Second snake friend.
Guillaume kind of looks at Shy and goes, you might need this for next time, but you did well. And he gives you the Eye of Charming.
We need that.
Colette, as one practitioner to another, you've earned this, and gives you a mantle of spell resistance.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if any of you can use this, but Isabel thanks you and gives you the Pipes of Haunting, and says she hopes that you can perform together in the future.
Damn, now I wish we were, like, I guess time to give this to Euphoria. Whatever we say.
We'll just
See you
mail
again.
it to her.
Robert gives Adara a robe of useful items. Says, you know,
Aw.
one can never be too prepared.
Hell yeah. That's just more things to, like, put on the ground when someone tells her to remove all the stuff.
No, this is great. I love
And
this
Jehan
stupid angsty boy.
takes off his pinky ring, which looks like a ring of the ram, but has a minotaur head on it. And he extends that to Vittori and says, for the warning, think about me
Hell
when
yeah.
you use it.
Hell yeah.
You are always welcomed to Melusine's court. And as Guillaume and Jehan are basically in charge of their kingdom now, ruling with no dissent whatsoever, you're welcome there too.
We just collecting royal title.
And that was a family reunion. From
Nice.
Uncaged, Volume 1,
Yay!
by me.
Yay, Jess!
Yay, you. Anything you all want to say or do before your characters finish off for the night?
I think just have like a good time with these cool monster friends.
Yeah.
The ones that Adara likes.
Yeah.
I like that you all like different ones.
Yeah, I have to admit, Shy and Colette probably have an intellectual discussion about their various studies.
Adara gives Colette the stink eye anytime Colette seems like she's being a little too judgy about one of her other siblings.
And yeah. So thank you all for joining us. Stick around, we're gonna do a raid. But first, let's find out where you can see these wonderful people, starting with Vittori. Who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
Hello, I am Draz, also known as Alison. I can be found on Twitter at Drazillion. Pretty much that's, unless you join our Discord, which you can if you're a patron. That's basically where I exist on the internet, basically. You you probably, like someone mentioned in chat earlier, that yes, I am one of the Candlekeep Mysteries writers. I wrote Mazfoth's Mighty Digressions, which we played in an earlier Threeflings episode. And also, I was part of issue 3 of MCDM's Arcadia. I wrote, for that one I wrote A Diamond in the Rough. So that's what I do. I do a bunch of writing.
Shy, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
Hello, I am Zan Larson, also known as Pale Wit Rabbit on Instagram and Twitter. Whenever I get back to those, whenever they stop being insane. Anyway, but also I have an online shop, which I keep on forgetting to mention. It's Zan Larson at Store Envy, and I have lots of prints and things. Because I do art.
Hey. Gwen, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
I'm GwenDB all over the internet except Instagram, where I'm at GwenDB_arts because GwenDB was taken. And I'm also an illustrator, so find me mostly on Twitter if you like art and art-related posts. I've actually been sharing a fair amount of like works in progress and studies and stuff. So if you check that out, there's lots of plants right now for you to look at.
And I'm Jess. Thank you for joining. This was my little adventure. We're going to go shoot our behind the scenes Patreon video, which you can support by, you can watch by supporting our Patreon. Tomorrow, I am speaking at a panel with Alicia Furness and Jordan Richter and some other cool people at the Ontario Gaming Con, which you can go join. It's on my Twitter and see all about that. And also, I am part of the Tavern Tales Kickstarter right now. I'm going to have a lot of Kickstarters to talk to y'all about. But if you like dragons and you like shapeshifters, you will like Myst. And that is all I will say about them. So next week, we are playing The Fall of Pygmalion by S.T. Manel from Uncaged Volume 3. Feel free to join us for that. We love being here for you every Friday night. And thank you for spending your Friday nights with us. We are going to go raid Trooper SJP. He is playing City of Light and Shadow, a Fate French Resistance. So have a lovely week. We look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Everybody.